Hey, what's going on, Klein and Ellie?
Are you ready?
I love Klein and Ellie, you little bitch.
Klein and Ellie, it's just okay. Do-do-do.
Just don't let things bother you too much.
Good morning, everybody.
Whoa, Sweet David Steak, did you see that?
Viva Klein and Ellie show. Let's get the show started. The show started. The show started.
We are live in Los Angeles. 3, 2, 1. And here we go.
It's Klein Alley Show. 106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County.
The Sonic Pulse of Los Angeles.
This is the world famous KROQ.
Oh yeah, welcome to your Wednesday here, KROQ Klein Alley Show. My name's Klein, that is Allie.
Morning.
And there's DJ Omar Khan, the audio sniper in the back.
What is happening?
The arbiter of sound, as he calls himself. Lives in a shack with his dog. His name is Jake the Nerd. And then you got Postmaster Johnny, resident idiot, and Vanessa. We think we've hired a child to produce the radio show. 800-520-1067. You'll need those numbers today if you want to win stuff from us, like Disneyland tickets. Get you into either park, your choice, and we have 4 tickets for you to go to Disneyland. Also, we will get you a 4-pack for the Fanatics Flag Football Classic happening this Saturday at BMO Stadium. All the GOATs will be there, like Tom Brady, Jalen Hurts, Rob Gronkowski, and more. And then also a pair of tickets to our private show with Cannons happening at the KROQ Soundspace. Lots of bribery today.
Feel hungover today or anything?
Yesterday was weird because I kept forgetting. I sat here to try to sober up a bit after work, which is a terrible way to stay later at work. I was like, I should probably not drive home drunk. And we did drink quite a bit of whiskey. I mean, that bottle was very gone by the end. The real whiskey, not the fake stuff.
Did you guys have a meeting with the boss man after?
And he came by and he was like, you guys weren't really drinking, were you? And then we were like, should we say yes or no?
It was so funny because he's like, yeah, you guys didn't really drink during the show. And I go, no, of course not. And then Allie ratted us out right away. She's like, yeah, we did. Here's the bottle. Look, it's almost all gone.
I was like, look at this. And he was like, it's a pretty good dent. He was impressed.
Yeah, look at me. She really did say that.
Whatever. Things got weird quick.
Yeah, you get to the same thing as the Gorillas guy. So anyway, look at me. That's exactly what Allie sounded like yesterday.
Hey, I wanted him to know that we would never lie.
No, people seem to like when we drink on the air. I don't really remember much of the show yesterday, but here's some instant feedback from people, at least on the GOAT line, that said that maybe we could be drinking more or should be drinking more. I don't know. I don't think it's a great idea, Allie, but this is I think this is our buddy Cripple Cody.
Hey, yo. Calling after the St. Patty's show and you guys were all drinking the whole show. Yeah, assuming you guys all didn't get arrested for DUI or fired or whatever for all that drinking, you guys need to do a show where you're all drinking again, except you're giving Johnny the fake alcohol, the NA whiskey stuff. It's not like that dumbass would taste the difference, and I bet you anything he would be that annoying high school cheerleader that took half of a drink of a Smirnoff Ice and was pretending to be drunk. Yeah, that would be obnoxious and hilarious at the same time, because Johnny sucks!
Well, what Johnny doesn't realize is that entire month he was forced to drink on the air. That was all non-alcoholic. Jokes
he
on him.
He never drank anything that was real.
He never had anything real.
We spend all this money on fake alcohol.
It's really a giant waste of our time and resources. But we do it for you, the people. And that's why we're here again today. We got some of Allie's cash up for grabs and moments. Got a couple that has turned to us for some petty claims court. And the fired news reporter from KTLA, who's getting a lot of attention, Ellina Abovian, will be joining us in studio today.
KROQ Klein Alley Show. Mornings on KROQ. KROQ. Yeah! KROQ.
Sit back, relax, listen, interact with the show. Choice is yours, 800-520-1067. You think about how hot it's been outside. It was an absolute scorcher yesterday in the valley. I mean, all parts, I guess, but if you're living by the beach, maybe it's a little nicer. But where I was, it was, I know it said like 98 or 99. It felt so much hotter.
It felt like a different state level of hot.
Yeah, it was like
it felt like Arizona hot. Like
Arizona-y.
You walked out and I felt instantly tired and heavy.
Sticky, gross, the whole thing. So how can you possibly cool off? And there's only one way to do it, and that is when you go to the bar on St. Patty's Day and get hammered, and then you run into Moist Joyce. And we wanted to
very moist.
She was the moistest she's ever been, apparently, according to Jake, for a variety of reasons, mostly sweat related, but also we gave people the opportunity to try to make Joyce moist by hitting on her. And we'll get to this later in the show, but here's a tease as to what you can look forward to this morning.
Moist Joyce.
Hi, Ryan.
Hi.
Good to finally meet you.
Good to meet you, too.
There's a line of people waiting to hit on Moist Joyce at the bar, and they all got to give it their best shot with one pickup line.
Ryan, try out a pickup line on Moist Joyce, please. Just whatever.
Do you
Do you know how much a polar bear weighs?
You're saying I'm f***ing fat?
So it backfired pretty quickly, and people were attempting to hit.
What kind of pickup line is that?
He was going to go somewhere with it, but she got very offended right out of the. How much does a polar bear?
First pickup line he could think of is how much does a polar bear weigh?
Yeah. Yeah,
I really want to hear the rest of it, though.
Yeah,
do you want? I can give you the rest of it. Do you want the rest of it now, or you want to wait till later? Because I did say it's a tease. It's actually a decent pickup line, Allie.
It is?
I mean, it's
did
not.
Did it turn her in the right direction?
Well, you listen.
You're saying I'm f***ing fat?
No, it's enough to break the ice.
She snorted.
She snorted.
So a snort.
All right, come here. Let's do it.
She did get very turned on there.
You're saying I'm f***ing fat?
No, it's enough to break the ice.
So she was very underwhelmed by
And she
that.
started wheezing with pleasure.
Yeah, she was very turned on. Jake said she was as drunk as she's ever been last night.
Guys, I think we should do a Moist Joyce kissing booth at our next event.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's make that happen immediately. She is.
No pickup lines needed.
Remember, she was a party girl back in the Studio 54 days.
Yeah.
Did we ever get that picture?
Oh, yeah, Jake, did you ask her for the old school picture of her from when she was at Studio 54?
Oh, I haven't got that yet, no.
You hung out with her all night and forgot to ask her?
I only saw her for a little while.
I have so much audio here of her. Here's when you guys first encountered each other.
Joyce!
I'm Moist Joyce to you, sir.
I mean, she is.
And myself to you.
Yeah, she was apparently
makes no sense.
absolutely hammered last night.
Joyce!
I'm Moist Joyce to you, sir. How are you tonight?
I feel so
She's
bad.
already hitting on Jake, I think.
But our poor microphones, when they've got to deal with Jake followed by Moist Joyce, they must just be constantly trying to figure out what is going on.
Well,
Hi, Joyce. Hi, Jake.
The microphone's like, please stop.
For the love of Christ.
I remember the first time I met her, and then a big piece of spit came right out of her mouth in between the two teeth that are missing and right onto my shirt.
Yeah, that's her move right there. That's how you know. That's another reason
She left her mark.
It's another reason she's Moist Joyce right there. It's like talking to a velociraptor.
Yeah.
I'm doing great. You're Moist Joyce to a lot of people. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. It's St. Patty's Day. I'm all dressed in green. I've had my bubbly. I'm doing great.
So anyway, she is nice and lubed up. So we'll get into that a little bit later this morning.
I love how alcoholics will be at the bar regardless, but then they just go extra hard on drinking days,
Right.
where they just feel like they get even more permission. It's great.
Yeah. And some of them, it was just a lucky coincidence that yesterday was St. Patty's Day.
Right.
It was one of those days where you just showed up somewhere wearing green and realized, oh, that's right. Someone's going to think I planned this.
Cool.
If you want an easy $100 of Allie's money, you can spend it on whatever the hell you damn please. You can call us now at 800-520-1067. 5 questions about stuff happening in the world. Do better than Allie, and she will give you her actual money if you've been paying any attention to what's been going on in the world. Or we'll give you about 5 minutes to study up. But get on the phones right now, 800-520-1067. Allie knows the news next after this.
KROQ. It's KROQ Spring Fling. We're flinging out 4-packs of one-day one-park tickets to Disney, California Adventure Park, or Disneyland Park. Make memories that last a lifetime during the Disneyland Resort 70th celebration. From dazzling entertainment, new experiences, and festive touches that make every moment feel truly special. Listen all weekend for your chance to win. KROQ. Offering subject to restrictions and change without notice.
KROQ, we are Klein Alley Show every morning around this time. Allie gives you a chance to take some of her money. She's paid out literally thousands of dollars to people just like you, and all you had to do is be on the phone, answer some questions about the news. We always say, please don't cheat, although many people have tried to cheat Allie and take her money, and we're okay with that, even though the sanctity of Allie Knows the News is always being questioned by the people.
Our sanctity in general is always being questioned.
It is always being questioned. And let's say good morning now to, from Lakewood, California, this is Rena. Hey, Rena, welcome to KROQ. Hi. Oh, I hung up on Rena. Well,
see you later, Rena.
Nice meeting you, Rena.
This doesn't do a lot of favors for the sanctity of Allie Knows the News.
Let's say hi to Roxy in Koreatown. Good morning, Roxy.
Good morning.
Hey, I got 5 questions here about the news. Allie's in the studio for now. That will change in a moment as soon as she is sequestered and cannot hear the show. you can officially start answering these questions. Please, quickly, confidently, and accurately. You feeling smart today?
Yep.
Great. $100 up for grabs, plus some other stuff as well. If you beat Allie, and you get bragging rights and an invitation back to the Allie Knows the News Tournament of Champions. And here we go.
Allie Knows the News.
Amazon has said that no one wants to wait around for 2 days to get their stuff, so now they have some new options for delivery. How quickly, if you sign up for these new options, could you be getting your deliveries from Amazon? What is the quickest amount of time?
Within several hours.
Within several hours. I'll write that down as we go to question number 2. Maybe the most popular phone number in the history of music, 8675309, is now officially a working...
Did you actually try to sing
I
that?
tried to, Omar.
It was not even close.
It's hard to say that number without trying to sing it, but it was not a...
5675309.
867. You got the number wrong. 867. 867.
Jake, chime in here.
Jake, why don't you save us here? Go ahead.
867. I don't know. I forget.
So anyway, that number, obviously very well known, is now officially a working number that will connect you to where?
The news?
The news? All right. I'll write that down. Go to question number 3. Let's go to question number 3. This massive music festival has just announced their lineup that includes headliners Smashing Pumpkins, Lorde, Charlie XCX, and more. Which festival are we talking about?
Aftershock?
Question number 4. This store is selling a 10-pound chocolate bunny just in time for Easter that you actually need a hammer just so you can break it apart to eat it.
Sorry, what was that again?
This store is selling a 10-pound chocolate bunny that you actually need a hammer just so you can break it apart to eat it.
All right. Ralph?
And finally, question number 5. We'll end on a positive note. Everyone fell in love with the local bear from Monrovia named Blondie. It was the bear that made a little cameo on the news. What has happened to that bear since we started talking about him a few days ago?
Passed away.
Passed away. Okay, write that down. Let's bring in Allie. We'll score it together. Allie is in the studio now. These are all technically news stories, some local, some larger. Allie's back in. You're battling Roxy, listening to us in K-Town this morning. Here we go. Question number 1. Amazon has a new option if you don't want to wait 2 days for your deliveries. How quickly could you start to get your deliveries from Amazon if you signed up for these new options?
I believe it is within 1 hour.
Okay. She said within several hours. And the answer is yes, there are tiers. You can order, you want something by, in 5 hours or 3 hours. But Allie is technically right here. You can start to get your Amazon deliveries within 1 hour of ordering. That's unbelievable.
I just feel bad for the Amazon drivers. They're already working overtime.
I know.
They have no AC in there.
I know, but if you're looking at your pool and going, man, I could really use a raft. I don't have a raft, and I don't want to wait around 2 days for this raft.
I don't want to get up at all.
I mean, that's truly, it's a great day for lazy people, and congratulations. Allie gets the point on that one. Goes up 1 on Roxy early.
It's funny we wonder why America is getting fatter than ever, even with Ozempic.
You're right. Well, we need the Ozempic just to counteract all the laziness now. Go to question 2. One of the most popular phone numbers in the history of music, 8675309. Sing it, Allie.
8675309.
So that number now actually will call where? It is a working number that will connect you to where?
Jeez, I know I use it at the grocery store at Ralph's because I don't have a rewards card.
Yeah, I do the same thing. It's awesome.
That's the number you guys all use?
Yeah,
everywhere.
Any area code with that number will work.
Huh.
Yep.
I don't know, a romance hotline?
No. She
Dating
guessed
hotline?
the news, but it actually gets you to a cancer treatment hotline.
Wow. That's
I think
such
maybe
a serious turn.
I think maybe the person who wrote that song, I don't know if they died, have cancer. I'm not really sure what the connection is.
Oh, my God.
But anyway, so there you go. You get cancer now.
You get cancer now?
That's right. Call the number, get cancer. 8675309.
It's such a fun song.
Dial carefully. Question number 3. No one gets the point. This massive music festival has just announced their lineup that includes headliners Smashing Pumpkins, Lorde, and Charlie XCX.
Lollapalooza.
Okay, she said Aftershock, but the correct answer is Chicago's own Lollapalooza And I think we've got that lineup posted up at KROQ, or if we don't, we should. Go put it at Klein Alley Show as well so people can see all the bands that will be heading to Chicago. As we go to question number 4, Allie is up another one now. She's up 2 on you. Not a good start. Roxy. This store is officially selling a 10-pound chocolate bunny that you need a hammer just to be able to break down to eat.
Yes. I really hope I'm not with my kid when we walk by this at Costco.
She said Ralph's, but the correct answer is when you're talking about 10-pound chocolate bunny, you're talking Costco. That's the size of it. That's bigger than most newborn babies right there.
10 feet high? Yes.
10 pounds.
Oh, 10 pounds. I thought it was 10 feet high.
That's a big...
That's a big-ass bunny.
We go to question number 5, and Ellie gets another point. Not looking good for you. Everyone fell in love with the Monrovia Bear known as Blondie. Made a cameo on KTLA News. Was in the news this week a few times. And now, what has happened to that bear?
It was fired from KTLA.
It was fired during the round of layoffs. That is incorrect. You know who got it right? Roxy on the board said it's dead now. They euthanized
dialed
the bear.
that number?
They dialed the number and got cancer. So that's what happened. Roxy, you put in a valiant effort. Sadly, we have no money for you today. What must you shamefully admit over the airways of KROQ?
I'm Roxy from K-Town, and Allie knows the news.
All right, tomorrow, though. Tomorrow. Another chance to win Allie's money right around this time. And then we'll be at a $500 Friday before you even know it. That's when the real money starts. We got more show after Gorilla's nice coat on KROQ.
KROQ. Klein Alley Show. Mornings on KROQ. KROQ. Yeah! KROQ.
KROQ Klein Alley Show. Yesterday we revealed some very judging statements. At least we got judged a lot by you guys. And that is that no one on the show ever received the talk from our parents. Never got the talk.
Yeah, and it seems like it was detrimental to our upbringing.
All of us. Every single one of us, for different reasons, didn't get the talk.
And it seems like it's being passed down to each generation because your kids have not had the talk yet either. And it seemed that they were getting some really weird misconceptions about how babies are made. Mainly, you told them at first that they were made through clay. And now they realize that it's when a man and a woman roll around together on the couch.
Right, and then they're picking up other things like this. This was my kid.
Puberty is when you, grow up. Get fat boobies.
Puberty is when you grow up and get fat boobies.
Which
she ain't wrong.
Yeah, that is pretty accurate.
Well, not everyone gets fat boobies. Sometimes you gotta get implants.
Unfortunately.
Right.
Sometimes you get fake boobies.
Right. So I just want to clear up that.
Make sure
she knows that.
I gotta remind her that later.
Like mommy.
Right. Sometimes you gotta, get a little help from the doctor.
Sometimes you do it early, and sometimes you do it during your midlife crisis.
Right. Either way, you gotta go. One way or another, you get your fat boobies. Don't worry.
So I decided to get ahead of it in my house.
Your kid's 4. What are you talking about?
Yeah, never too early.
Yeah,
just give
4.
them the talk
there
now.
is too early.
4 is too early, Allie.
No, I tried it, but I wanted to be accurate from the beginning. That's the thing, is you don't want to start confusing them and telling them these weird tooth fairy stories about how babies are made. You got to give them the real stuff. And this is also, I think, a millennial parenting trend is like, you have a penis and I have a vagina. Being very honest about everything. Honest about periods, about puberty, sex, all of it.
Is he going through the phase where he's touching his pee-pee a lot?
Oh, my Lord. He can't be in the house naked anymore because it's one hand on the pee-pee and one hand on whatever else he's doing.
That's not a phase, Omar. That's forever.
I get that. But this is going to amplify that, I would imagine. Talking about his penis.
I don't know if it is the way I explained it.
Oh, boy. Here's Allie giving her 4-year-old the talk because, as we learned, it's never too soon. They are suggesting, all the experts do claim, you got to do the talk earlier. You think you got to wait around till junior high, high school?
No,
they said,
4.
No, 4 is the number now. That's the new number. You know how it is in L.A. Everything happens sooner, right?
You know how babies are made?
I don't know.
I mean, that's exactly the response. I don't know. Let's talk about dinosaurs.
He sounds like, leave me alone, woman.
Yeah.
I'm playing over here. I don't know.
What was he doing when you bothered him with this, out of curiosity?
We had actually just sat down for dinner. This was our dinner time conversation.
You know how babies are made?
I don't know.
Well, do you know how you were made?
No. I don't know.
Do you know that you grew in mommy's tummy?
Mm-hmm.
So, girls have...
You should have taken that moment to be like, this mommy, not that mommy over there, who refused to give you her womb. Only this one.
We talked about that later.
Oh, you did? Oh.
Have something in their bodies called eggs.
My hands are slippery.
Listen, this is exactly, Allie, this is exactly what I would think you would take for this conversation.
10 seconds in, I've lost him.
Yeah. Women have something inside of them called eggs. Oh, yeah? Well, my hands are slippery. So we all got problems, all right?
He's got good points.
Yeah, by the way, I'm getting more from him than from you at this point.
My hands are slippery.
And eggs mix with something that boys have called sperm. And when they mix together...
You understand, Allie, you're telling him this now. He's going to go deliver part of this to some kid at school. They're going to go home and deliver part of this to their parents. And they're going to say, who's the terrible parent that's telling my kid about sperm and eggs at 4 years old?
Why would that be a terrible parent? That's what happens. This is also the scientific biological explanation, not the sexual explanation.
Yeah, the sex one is the fun one.
Yeah, I know, but that's also not what happens in my house.
Right.
No, but this is like, the bad game of telephone. He's going to go to his classmates and, say something like, I ate eggs and sperm for breakfast.
Right.
And
Boom.
then that's what's going to
And
happen.
my hands are slippery. And then someone calls TPS.
Next thing you know, he's getting taken away in a van. Right?
And when they mix together, they can create a little tiny thing that's this big. And then it grows and grows and grows and grows into a baby.
Poopa, pee, pee, poo, poo.
Yep. Strong. Once again, he's making the better points right now.
I mean, that is a byproduct, but we didn't get into the pee-pee poo-poo part of it.
Poopa, pee, pee, poo, poo.
And sometimes people hug each other and kiss each other and stuff to make a baby.
I don't care.
You know.
I don't care. And by the way, I think he's saying what we're all thinking right now.
You don't care. Okay.
All right, nice chat right there.
Did you get
another win? That was another big
when
win.
you were going to talk to your kid? Because obviously a child will communicate great with another child.
Oh, yeah. And Vanessa, if you want to give my kid the talk, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, Vanessa, we turn to you to whenever we have a goldfish or fish that die in our house. You're always the person that gets to deliver that news. You don't think you'd be the right person to deliver this as well?
I don't think so.
Why is that?
I don't know how I would go about it.
Yeah, I know. It is kind of like, I was like
your
thinking
parents are
about
making me do this.
what Klein had talked to about with his kid, and then I was like, how would I have this conversation? But, that's the thing is parents don't want to because it's uncomfortable and they don't know what to say, so they just go, school, you do it, and then complain about the way the school does it.
Yeah. I assume YouTube will teach him something eventually, and that'll be Mr. Beast, get on it or something.
That or Pornhub.
Yeah, they'll figure it out eventually, right? They have to. KROQ, Klein Alley Show. You may have thought it was just a regular Wednesday, but apparently today is a super significant day for at least one person who listens to our show.
Klein Alley, just completed my first-year slog with you guys. Shout out, Net Bangers.
This is a first-year slogger. Guy has officially been slogging for 1 year, and I don't think you can necessarily be a slogger unless you've been doing it for, that 4-year slog we heard about while the show is grinding to find even one listener. But this guy claims that he has now officially made the slog for 1 full year. And thank you, sir, for your slogging, and hopefully it'll be worth your time.
Are we still in the slog phase, or are we post-slog now? And what phase are we in now?
I don't know what phase we're in now. It feels like a slog from where I'm sitting, but,
That's nice.
Slog for life?
Slog. We're living the slog life, guys.
I was just listening because I can't get enough of you guys, of the podcast you just did, LA in a Minute. And when you said that you're expanding to new markets, I'm from Iowa, dude. And I found you guys on YouTube, so couldn't make me happier. I just want to let you guys know that you'll be welcome with open arms, any market you'd expand to, and appreciate you guys every day. Shout out Jake the Nerd. Peace.
This L.A. thing is just a slow play until we can start to conquer Iowa, which is our real goal. When I got into radio, I said, one day, Allie, we're going to
I'll use L.A. to get to Iowa.
Just gotta do decent in L.A. so we can finally be embraced by Iowa.
Yeah, and slogging is not a phase or a stage, Omar. It's a state of mind.
State of mind, man.
Gotcha.
You got to have that slog mentality.
You put up with the bad to eventually get to something that's potentially a little less bad, or just slog along until we give you Disneyland tickets, or your news.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
I don't think we mentioned Cesar Chavez much on the show. Yes.
I don't care, Allie. My hands are sticky.
Yesterday, we specifically mentioned Chavez Ravine. and how it would always be Chavez Ravine.
I believe that was the exact phrase yesterday when talking about the fact that the naming rights are going up at Dodger Stadium, and then Omar said, well, we still refer to it as Chavez Ravine. I said, for me, it's always going to be Chavez Ravine. I mean, there was not a problem in the world for this guy until we said that yesterday on the show. It's
really amazing.
The mush power of this show is incredible.
The face of the Latino civil rights movement is crumbling before our very eyes. This is a crazy bombshell report that came out accusing Cesar Chavez of sexual misconduct. So the allegations, they're bad. They're so bad that the United Farm Workers have already canceled their planned events that are celebrating him. I imagine that at the end of the day, there's going to be streets that are renamed and things like that. So this is all from the New York Times. They did an investigative report. They have substantial evidence corroborating the stories of several women who said that Chavez sexually abused them for years while they were underage. And I'm talking way underage, like 13. And this is when he was in his 40s. And you might wonder, why are these women coming forward now? Well, two of them, at the time, they were the daughters of these longtime organizers who marched with him in rallies. So they probably felt so ingrained in this movement that they didn't feel that they could speak about it. And they, that maybe if they did, no one would believe them. Now, as an adult, one of them decided to speak out when a street in her town was being renamed Cesar Chavez Boulevard. And she was like, I got to say something. And they've done interviews with 60 different women, all corroborating this type of behavior. And this one woman, she said that this started when she was 12, and by the age of 15, she was so traumatized she had attempted suicide. This is all very damning. And, this was a guy who obviously was very beloved by many, many people, obviously did some very important things for Latino rights. His image is on murals everywhere. His birthday is a state holiday in California, so who knows where all this is going to go, but it doesn't seem to be just a one-off, hey, this happened to me once. This is something that has been very detailed and very investigated by the New York Times, and it doesn't seem to be going anywhere, this story.
Well, if things go bad in this investigation, we lucked out a little bit with the Diddy stuff because it allowed us to get our picture up on the wall at Mel's when they started pulling all the Diddy stuff off the wall.
Do you guys want to take over one of the mural pieces like in East LA or something?
We want the mural.
Boyle Heights.
We would like to take over the Boyle Heights mural with some Klein Alley show. It's self-serving, but they do have the best tacos.
Maybe a statue or two? There's got to be a bunch of statues, too, right?
There's be a lot of stuff because as someone pointed out on the text line, 949 says there is literally a Cesar Chavez way in every major city.
Yes.
I mean, it's not just L.A. It's all over the place. So, who knows?
Probably one of the most celebrated Latino men in California of all time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Even in probably America.
Yeah.
It's wild.
It never happened before Allie started learning Spanish. Just point that out.
You guys mentioned Chavez Ravine.
You started learning Spanish.
She was all, no se puede.
It all fell apart after that.
I understand that. And it's funny. All right, Amazon has made us a society of lazy people who are now programmed to have everything on demand, and now they're making it even worse by launching 1- and 3-hour delivery options to the platform. So most people, if they need something, they'll go, I can wait a day or two for this toilet paper, and they order it on Amazon.
Who can wait a day or two for toilet paper?
A lot of people are so lazy, they're willing to wait a day. Or that between 4 and 8 a.m. delivery, it's like, all right, I'll just do that, right? Or you maybe plan a little bit ahead in your mind. I'm on my last roll. But now you don't even have to do that. It's the few people that aren't shopping on Amazon, other than Vanessa, are doing. They're buying in store because they need it in that moment. They want it that day.
We just found out that Vanessa pays for something that we were all shocked about, but she does not pay for Amazon Prime. She refuses to have Amazon Prime. She is living pretty much an Amazon-free life.
Yeah.
Which is crazy for her, and she's probably ended up saving money. But then she said she was spending. We were like, why are you buying that?
I can't remember.
Vanessa, what are you spending money on?
You guys were thinking that I spend money on Amazon Alexa Plus.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, Alexa Plus.
She pays for Alexa Plus.
Alexa Plus, she sounds like my friend, but the free one, she sounds like a robot.
Yeah,
it is freaky, and it gets to know you. Like when you set it up, it goes through this interview process, and it starts talking to you like your buddies.
Yeah.
Really?
She sounds amazing. Like I low-key miss her every time I come home. I'm like, Alexa, Spotify, and then that robot comes on. I'm like, damn, where's my girl?
Yeah, Vanessa claimed she had like a weird friendship with this Alexa Plus thing where they were like talking and having real conversations.
It's like that movie Her.
And the new Alexa sounds way hotter too, by the way.
Yeah.
So she sound hotter than my Gronk that I've been talking to, or no?
Oh, no, I think yours is hotter.
Nice.
The grass is hotter.
Nice,
Yeah,
thank
yeah.
you.
This is why robot assistants were
one.
created. I'm glad that all the white men that created them made sure that they all sound hot.
That's all that matters, guys.
Anyway, this is launching in hundreds of cities, 1 hour delivery. It's only available in certain cities, but LA is one of them, and it'll only be for certain things: paper towels, toilet paper, health and beauty products, over-the-counter meds, electronics, toys, clothing, accessories,
Is
home
there a
and
amount
garden.
limit?
That's a good question. I didn't see anything about an amount limit, but it's not for big things like, cars, tiny homes, trampolines, other things that you can buy on Amazon.
You wait more than an hour for this trampoline?
We also have lower attention spans than ever before because of the constant stimulation on our phones, and Gen Z seems to be finding a solution. The new trend of raw dogging boredom is becoming a thing where people are counteracting their ADHD by sitting alone for at least 15 minutes with no phone, no TV or music for a specified time period. And they, of course, are live streaming these.
Well, see, once again,
that doesn't make sense.
So it's like raw dogging boredom, day one, 15 minutes, and they just film themselves raw dogging and sitting there.
This is just meditation.
Yeah, it is.
But they've
or
decided
they're
to come
not
up with
meditating, they're just sitting.
Meditating sounds all like lame and stuff and all hippie, so you go like, I'm raw dogging boredom. But you're
raw dogging is definitely a more catchy phrase for it.
But that's the thing.
But I think it is this is actually a good thing to really just sit with yourself. Think about even just waiting in line at the grocery store and how we're all just on our phones while we're waiting. But if you just actually sit there with yourself, at first it probably feels horrible, and then you get used to it.
Yeah, you got to force yourself to. That's why when I went to those weird sensory deprivation tanks, you spend the first 20 minutes freaking the F out because you go, I got to get out of here.
The first 20? How long are you in there for?
Like an hour.
Oh, my God.
Because they forgot about you? Or because you paid for that?
I didn't have enough upper body strength to push the lid up. So I got stuck in there for a long time. But then you start kind of tripping and like seeing weird stuff. And then you realize, like, oh, my God. And then you have no idea. It's like when you go to one of those like daytime movies and you leave and it's light outside.
Oh,
like,
yeah. You're like, whoa.
New hour of the show starts next. KROQ.
It's Klein Alley Show.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. The Sonic Pulse of Los Angeles. This is the world famous KROQ.
You guys freaking rock and are easily the best morning show in LA right now. Yeah.
Wrong number. Calling KROQ. The number's 800-520-1067. If you need us, less than an hour to go. Get you 4 tickets to Disneyland. We'll make that happen for you, as well as other bribery as well. And I believe this is the hour that we need your help. We got a couple we're going to meet in a moment battling over something that seems petty. Although if you're in a relationship or have been, you'll probably say that you dealt with something very similar. And they will turn to the gavel of justice in some petty claims court where you become a jury of their peers. So today you got jury duty. If you need that as an excuse to get out of work, just go ahead and text your boss right now. Sorry, I have jury duty. And you will be doing jury duty with us coming up later this hour right here on KROQ, which is the Petty Claims Court. Anthony, you are on a KROQ. Good morning. Hi.
Good morning.
What can we do for you?
I was just calling in. You know, you guys are talking about the other guy from Iowa. I'm from Iowa. I've been listening to you guys now for 2 years. Started a new job, and I was anxious, and my mornings don't really start till I listen to you guys on the radio.
Are you in Iowa now, or you're just from Iowa but living in L.A.?
No, yeah, I'm from Iowa. I moved to California about 2 years ago, and I started listening to you guys.
Who knew, Allie? We've got a real Iowa sense of humor, apparently.
We can't have 2 people who listen to us that are from Iowa.
No. But thank you for the 2 years of slogging that you've put into the show, Anthony. Really appreciate that. Go spread the word. We're going to take over Iowa. That's our big 5-year
Spread the word
plan.
to the other 4 people in Iowa.
Yeah, make sure they all know about this show. It's very important. We know we can't conquer L.A., so let's just worry about conquering Iowa. We're
one state at a time.
If you need us, there's lots of ways to get involved in the show. Once again, you can call, you can text. The number's 800-520-1067. And lots to get into this hour, including Jake was back sniffing pits during the heat wave, and I think he came across one of his smelliest armpits ever, trying to convince Southern California to use plenty of coats of deodorant while the temperatures are as hot as they are. And I know some people aren't putting on their summer amount of deodorant now because it says March on the calendar, but when it's 100 degrees in the valley,
you got to step it up.
You got to do a few coats of deodorant.
Jake, do you feel that similar to a sommelier, your nose is developing more of a palate where you can smell the nuances in people's pits?
Totally.
Really?
Especially with my own natural musk, I'm an expert.
Wow.
Did you know that this guy, I'm going to play, Jake went up to some guy yesterday. I'll play in a moment. But this guy seemed very confused by the concept of a pit stop. But then he was willing to let Jake sniff his pits. He did give Jake a few warnings first, though, which is always interesting when, they warn you ahead of time. But Jake went in anyway, and boy, you can, just in the reaction you had, you can really smell the pit.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. We're going to take a listen to a very, very important pit stop and a reminder today that you should probably double up on your deodorant. That'll be happening in 2 minutes and 50 seconds on KROQ.
World famous KROQ.
Klein Alley Show.
Klein Alley Show.
KROQ.
Give yourself a quick sniff check. Everyone does this from time to time, especially when you realize how hot it's been last few days. You do that thing where you subtly just kind of turn your head to the side. And, all right, good, I'm okay. Or once in a while you catch a whiff of something. You go, I hope that's not me.
Do you also, maybe your pits are okay, but other parts of you are not?
I think the pits are so close to
the first to go.
Nose level. Jake's right. I mean, there's a guy who walks around with paper towels in his armpits. He knows.
It's all downhill from there.
They are
the Prince of Pits.
He is.
Sometimes the pits are okay, but you got swamp ass.
Yeah, but swamp ass, at least you can hide a little bit.
I don't know.
Just sit
that coincides with pits.
But it all starts with pits, then it makes its way down to slits. Everyone knows the travel of the stank alley. It's a one-way road.
Yeah.
To Stankville. And Jake was out there fighting the good fight on the front lines yesterday. Temperature is very hot in Southern California. The unexpected winter heat wave. And as a result, he wanted to make sure people's pits were smelling okay. If you knew that you would be approached randomly by people to smell you in the streets, would you make sure that you had on the right amount of deodorant in the morning? Probably.
What's your name?
My name's Kane Carruthers.
Kane, what have you been doing to keep cool during the heat wave?
I ride my bike.
Yeah?
I got a couple bikes that I'd like to ride and get some air.
Well, at KROQ, we think it's important for people to keep smelling fresh during a heat wave. We do a thing called pit stops. Is it okay if I sniff your pits to see how fresh you're smelling?
Oh, my God. Really?
Yeah, really.
See, when he first explains the concept.
How do you feel about that, Jake? Yeah, really.
Yeah.
This is my
I
life.
feel great, Omar.
Yeah.
It's my favorite thing in the world.
It's funny because Jake
I'm the Prince of Pits.
You are the Prince of Pits. I think we have to get you a hat that says that, Prince of Pits.
I don't think we have to. I think I need a crown.
Yeah, really.
All right, bro.
Yeah. Wait, how you think you're gonna smell?
He's so sad.
Yeah, he is.
It's funny how Jake goes sadder and the person gets happier. It's a weird switch. Listen to these two different opinions right now.
To see how fresh you're smelling.
Oh, my God. Really?
Yeah, really.
All right, bro.
Yeah. Wait, how you think you're gonna smell?
For the dog. Well, I mean, I did hit some cologne there, but I've been running around today.
All right, let's go.
And this was in Burbank, so temperatures yesterday there were in the high 90s. So, Jake, it did get really toasty there.
This is a guy, do you think, in your opinion, Jake, this is a guy who's riding his bike to get everywhere?
Yes, he's a cartoon. Wait till you see him.
Oh, we have video of this? You wore the meta
video.
glasses? Oh, good. I can't wait to post this as well. So this is the guy that Jake sniffed yesterday during pit stops.
All right, let's go.
That is not a good sound.
He seems super happy.
Yeah, he seems
about
like
it.
he's loving it, but Jake, sometimes he can't even, because that sniff is...
It's like a mix. You can smell the BO, you can smell the cologne trying to mask it.
I would imagine.
It's a nice...
I would imagine.
It's pretty bad. I mean, if he's riding his bike around just for the air... He's probably sweaty as hell. It was so hot yesterday.
And it's funny because his plan, which was, I'll just cover up this BO with some cologne, as you know, it's not a great plan.
No, because it's like when someone does a spray after they take a crap in the bathroom.
Right.
It just smells like crap and spray.
Right, it smells like someone sprayed a pile of dog crap with cologne. Right.
You can smell the BO, you can smell the cologne trying to mask it.
I would imagine.
That was my play. That's my recipe. You got it.
It's a nice, pungent fragrance there.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good job. This has been a KROQ pit stop.
All right.
Was a woman there?
There's a lady watching, yeah.
Oh.
There's a whole
A
spectacle.
bystander or somebody who knew this man?
I think it was a bystander. She just wanted to watch.
Jeez. Who knew that
Pit stop voyeur.
pit stops are developing a live studio audience?
I
It's
love my
amazing.
job.
Can I pitch
the
Jake
Prince of
another possible bit here?
Yeah, let's
good.
According to the heat, I think we should do something called swamp ass or pass.
Oh, Jake.
Do explain.
Yeah, and then he goes around and sniffing butts and see if they have swamp ass or they pass.
What do you think,
Jake? It seems like it's the right. We don't want to be one of those shows that becomes predictable and does the same stuff over and over.
This
it seems
is the
like
next level.
You said that pits are the gateway.
That would be the spinoff.
Pits.
Omar, how quickly?
Now you're owning the Prince.
How long before you can get a swamp ass or pass intro put together?
I'm working on it right now. So give me a couple of minutes.
He's busy.
Give me a couple.
Omar's very busy. He's a very busy man.
What's the Vanessa? What are the high temperatures today going to be in parts of Southern California? I think it's still in a heat wave, right?
I think the heat waves till Saturday. I think.
It says here high 93.
I'm not
Tomorrow's another
Swamp ass or pass.
Swamp
ass or pass.
Put it in.
Yeah.
Swamp ass or pass.
Gas.
Put that in the schedule for tomorrow. Hey, tomorrow, Vanessa's schedule at 8 a.m. We'll listen to the audio of Swamp Ass or Pass.
Hourly. Add it every hour.
I'm adding it.
And
At least to have it.
and if you're looking at the weather map, where's the hottest part of Southern California going to be today? Just out of curiosity. So where does the map go to, like the red?
Oh my goodness, I don't know how to get to it.
Victorville looks warm, Jake.
Great.
Where's the swamp ass of LA County?
Yeah.
Let me just go to Arizona somewhere.
Oh, great idea.
Well, we have listeners in Iowa, you know.
Great.
We got to take a break. We'll be right back. This is the very show that will bring you a world premiere of Swamp Ass or Pass tomorrow morning. Jake has put his nose to the test. He started with pits. He's making his way down.
Okay.
I'm retired.
That's going to be tomorrow on KROQ.
K-Rock. It's K-Rock Spring Fling. We're flinging out 4-packs of one-day one-park tickets to Disney, California Adventure Park or Disneyland Park. Make memories that last a lifetime during the Disneyland Resort 70th celebration. From dazzling entertainment, new experiences, and festive touches that make every moment feel truly special. Listen all weekend for your chance to win. Offering subject to restrictions and change without notice.
Relationships are all about keeping score. Anyone who tells you otherwise is probably not in a relationship.
There's actually a new study that just came out about that very thing and about how relationships, all relationships, romantic or otherwise, cannot last if people keep score.
All right. Well, we'll agree to disagree on that one. Point me. And that is
not
my
how it
way
works.
of scoring myself another points.
Okay.
You may not keep score like on a scoreboard in the kitchen, like I've been pitching my wife. We get put up there so we can actually look at the score and see who's up more and who did more that day and who helped out more and who made more food and did more errands. But you're all keeping score. It's a running tally in your head, right?
No.
Yes.
No, you're doing that. I don't think everyone else is doing that. I know you and
Floozer
Omar
talk.
are the
Floozer
main.
talk. That's spoken like someone
I
who's
don't
got
need
a
to
low
keep
score.
score because I always win anyway.
Right. See, you're keeping score. That's my point. Everyone is keeping score. Petty Claims Court is an opportunity for couples that are battling about something that may seem small and petty to bring us their arguments on the radio. What the hell is that
What the hell
coming
is
from?
that?
We're getting feedback.
Are we ghosts?
Wow.
Sorry, that was me.
Oh.
Omar's very busy.
Are you listening to us on the side?
Omar's listening to the YouTube. He's a big net banger, Omar.
Cool.
You got to be able to know
That's
that.
right.
Let's get into it as we meet the couple.
That's right. I am.
You're going to meet Oscar and Kenya, and they're fighting about something. And the question is, what is it they're fighting about? Who's right and who's wrong? You will determine as you are now in the jury on Petty Claims Court.
In the legal system, cases are tried from Supreme Courts to small claims court. But what about stuff that's too small for small claims court? This is Petty Claims Court.
Oscar has put in the claim on his girlfriend. Say hi to Oscar first. Oscar, good morning. Welcome to KROQ. Hi.
Hi, good morning.
Does your girlfriend know why you're bringing her here today, or is this going to be a surprise attack? What happened?
She knows.
Oh, she
She
knows.
knows.
Okay. Why don't you tell us what the issue is going on in your relationship, and then you guys will have some time to argue it out, and then the jury will determine who's right, who's wrong. What's going on, Oscar?
My claim is pretty much that she doesn't eat leftovers, so when we go out to go eat, or sometimes when we make something to eat, she just refuses to reheat it and to eat it.
And is this every type of food, every restaurant? Is it home cooked versus restaurant? Is it
He said
all
it's all.
leftovers?
It's pretty much
So wait,
like everything.
wait, hold on, Oscar. You're at a restaurant, you're eating together, there's food left, the waiter comes by, hey, you want me to wrap that up to go? She says, no, just keep it, throw it out?
or I have to take it and then, eat it.
But she's of the belief. See, I do agree there are two schools of people. Most people love a leftover. They love the concept of, I'm going to go ahead and get 2 meals out of this, maybe even 3. I look forward to a leftover. I'm proud of myself when I don't completely devour an entire meal and I have something else and I can either eat it later that night or I find it the next day and it's a total surprise to me. I'm like, oh, that's great. The having leftovers is such an exciting thing to have to go home to.
To me, it's not necessarily exciting. It's a guilt and I don't want to waste food decision. I don't want to leave anything on the plate that I paid for. And I paid for this burger. If I couldn't finish it, even if it is a tiny, tiny amount, I'm going to take it home just in case. Now, certain things, though, like a burger and fries, are not going to be good reheated unless you do it properly.
Yeah,
so that could be a factor.
Well, hold on. Let me talk to the girlfriend now. You understand you've been accused by your boyfriend of not respecting the leftover, passing on leftovers, and refusing to eat anything after it was originally served. Is that true?
It is true. It's because leftovers are nasty.
I kind of
They
agree.
don't taste the same, and they give me stomach issues, so I'm not going to eat it.
So when you say you will not eat leftovers, you're talking about anything at all. There's not one thing, like what about Thanksgiving, the world's most favorite leftovers, where you make one meal and then you eat leftovers for a week. You're not interested?
Not really, because we're Latinos, so we don't really do that.
Oh, got it. Uh-huh.
So we're like, leftovers is just like, this is bad.
What about if you order a pizza? That's probably one of the easiest things to reheat.
It tastes nasty when we reheat it. It's like all like chewy, or it gets like really hard from the crust. So it's not even worth it to eat that at the end.
So your whole thing is that you don't believe that most food holds up to how it should be served when it's fresh, and as a result, you have a pretty much strict no leftover policy.
Yes, that's the issue right there.
Mm-hmm.
Then I imagine that your boyfriend feels the need to pick up the slack, and you're probably eating more than you want to just because you don't want the leftovers to go to waste. Am I right?
Well, sometimes, like let's say we take out or we go eat at restaurants, I still ask for a takeout box just so I won't look bad leaving a lot of food behind. But at the end of the day, I just make him eat it. So he just eats my leftovers.
Is he a lot fatter now than he was when you guys started dating?
Yeah, he claims I got him fat.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
How many pounds would you say, Oscar, you put on in the 5 years you guys have been together?
Like 50.
50 pounds, about 10 a year.
Yeah. But,
how much of that is leftover weight, do you think?
Probably 40.
Oh, man. Look, I'm very similar. I have his mentality. When I see leftovers in my... I mean, Allie, you've seen me. How many days do I come in here? With some sort of a concoction of stuff that was left over because I go, how can this is going to go in the trash. I'm not going to let it happen.
Yeah, and you usually will combine different leftovers from different places, and you will make homemade things and add to...
Evidence. I got evidence here. This was a leftover salad that I added leftover chicken into, and then I added another third leftover in here.
Leftover salad, why
because
are we even having that?
This was going to be trash, and I grabbed it. I saved it. I'm a hero.
Leftover salad is disgusting.
I know, I agree, but it's edible.
So you're just eating something that you know doesn't taste good.
That's right.
And that's this is what Kenya's saying is I don't want to eat stuff that doesn't taste good. Right?
Exactly, yeah.
Right.
And then, trust me, Oscar eats leftover salad, and that's nasty, too.
Thank you, Oscar. I appreciate you.
It sounds like he needs more leftover salad.
More leftover salad, less leftover bacon for Oscar. Hey, Oscar, quickly... Is there anything else we need to know about her? Like, for instance, did she used to eat leftovers when you started dating, and then she slowly got away from it? Has she always been this way?
I think I've been this way. Yeah. So I thought she probably would have, gotten to it, but she never did.
Spaghetti? I mean, there's certain foods that people are saying make good leftovers. Like steak, I think, is a great leftover. It tastes great even cold the next day.
Yeah, well, there are certain, I don't know about, as far as home-cooked meals, are you making things that you know there are going to be extras of that you are going to eat throughout the week? Like, is that the plan?
Yeah, like tuna salad.
Say what? We'll start with Kenya. Go ahead, what?
Let's say, for example, if I do, tuna salad, that's something I would eat just to force myself to eat it the next day.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to, meat or steak, I'll cook what I might eat that day, and then I'll just put, the raw meat
Right, so that you can cook
Season.
because you can cook it fresh when you actually want to eat it.
So you're not throwing out a bunch of edible food because you didn't finish it. You don't.
You're
do
just
that.
making the one portion that you want.
Life is easier with leftovers. There's a lot of people pointing out on the text line the concept of having when you're not in the mood to cook, don't want to order, and you know that you have a leftover that is there and ready for you. There is a great feeling about that.
Yeah, there are a lot of Latinos on the text line that are saying this stereotype that Latinos don't eat leftovers is completely wrong. Latinos will not waste any food, no matter what.
The Thanksgiving part. I'm a different
Just the
type of
Thanksgiving
person.
part.
All right, well, in a moment you're going to get a chance to vote, and the first 100 votes on the text line will determine who wins and who loses this petty claims court battle. Right now we're talking to Oscar, talking to his girlfriend. They've been together 5 years. He is a leftover guy. She is not. Refuses leftovers sometimes because she doesn't want to get shamed. Will take them home from the restaurant, but with no intention of ever eating them ever again. So every meal has to be cooked fresh.
626 said the trick, because I guess this is a similar situation with them, is I order just a little bit of food so that I know I can finish her food, and I save money in the process.
So if you know you're with someone that doesn't finish and doesn't do leftovers.
So you're just going to get something small like an appy.
An appetizer that you know you're going to go ham on their entree.
Exactly.
All right, well, you guys get 10 seconds closing arguments. Then we will turn this into a jury of your peers, and they will determine who wins and who loses. Oscar, you get to begin. 10 seconds to go ahead and try to get the jury on your side. Go ahead.
I just think eating leftovers is good, especially in this economy. It helps out a lot. And, yeah, like Klein said, it's easier to, have that for the rest of the week, and you don't have to deal with, all the fuzz or spending money at lunch when you go to work.
There's your time.
Kenya,
go ahead.
I just see leftovers are nasty, and Oscar just being stingy, and he doesn't want to waste money. And they don't taste the same. And I stand by it.
I think that's compelling.
Time well used. You guys will determine on the text line now who wins and who loses. 800-520-1067, the battle of leftovers in a relationship. So much time in a relationship is spent arguing about what do you feel like, what do you want to get, what do you want to eat.
And then you finally decide on something, and you can't decide on the leftovers.
Right. You finally make an agreement. I mean, the odds of that are already 1 in a million. Then you finally agree on something. It's there the next day. You're like, oh, good. We've already agreed. Oh, God, no. Leftovers. Oh, no. Start this process all over again. We'll come back with the verdict next on KROQ.
KROQ. Klein Alley Show.
Mornings on KROQ.
Yeah!
KROQ.
Tame Impala told us that song is about that time of the night when you have to make the decision. Do I finally call it a night and go home, or do I just keep on going? That random weird time that happens between last call and when the sun comes up. That is Dragula on KROQ. We're Klein Alley Show, and we're in the middle of a petty claims court battle right now, where we've got Oscar and Kenya. They've been dating 5 years. He's a leftover guy. She is not. Refuses to eat leftovers, which, in some ways is great for him, as a lot of people pointed out, because
you take your pick. You got a whole fridge full of leftovers.
Yeah, if you're a leftover person, the opposite of that, which is what happened with Omar, was when he was all excited to go home and eat his leftover, and his wife had gotten into it first.
Sounds like, she's doing the work of making the food fresh, and then he gets the pleasure of eating it after the
leftovers. It is a weird thing that has fired up the text line. There's tons of votes here, of course, on the NetBanger community at YouTube. There's a lot of thoughts as well. Let's find out what Andrew thinks. You've heard the case, Andrew. Whose side are you on before we read the official vote?
I'm on leftovers. Team leftovers. It's better than fresh food.
Better than fresh?
I don't disagree, and I've talked about this concept for a restaurant called Leftovers, where all the food is made the day before, because some food does get better.
Seems
the more
like
it
that
sits.
restaurant would get shut down pretty quickly.
No, leftovers would have a B or a C in the window.
It's supposed to be old.
No,
Wait,
not
come back,
old.
health inspector.
It's not old. It's not old. That's the theory. It's old food. It's just certain foods do taste better the next day.
Certain foods do, but I agree that a lot of them don't taste as good. But even though there are people who agree with that on the text line, they still do not agree with Kenya. Says, yeah, I agree that a lot of the food doesn't taste good reheated, but in this economy, you're wasting money and wasting food by not using the leftovers, and that just isn't something that is a good choice.
She's not wasting money if he's eating it. He's just getting fatter. Zeke, we always like to hear from you during a petty claims court. You've heard both of these people, and you have oftentimes reminded us it's less about what's happening on the petty claims court and more about the people behind the claim. So what do you think today, Zeke?
Man, I got Kenya's back all the way to the fullest because, number one, how you going to go out to eat somewhere? You got to order what you're going to eat.
You know what I mean? Like, if you're not going to overbuy some, because then you wrong. Now you wasted money. I feel like if you're not going to eat it all, it becomes trash. You know what I mean? Like, you can't always bring leftovers back to the past. You know what I mean? Like, if you're at the house and you make food, like, enough food for, like, 2 days or a day, that's cool. You know, that's understandable. And there's some food that do not taste good, like reheated. Even if it tastes good, you know what? Like me, I'm not going to take it home, you know, unless I'm struggling. But if you're not struggling, there's no need for that. I just feel like he's just so tight with the money. Maybe he is, maybe he's not, that he's taking everything home, even if he shouldn't.
You know, what's interesting is they've really tried to...
That's a great point.
Thank you, Zeke. They've really tried to change the concept behind leftovers by calling it meal prepping. When really, if you think about what meal prepping is, that's just a week
creating
of
leftovers.
It's just you're creating leftovers ahead of time. But leftovers had such a negative connotation that they go, how do we change this? Oh, I'm going to meal prep. I'll eat this. I'm going to make this meatloaf, and I'm going to eat it every day this week.
Yeah,
yummy,
but
yummy.
you do have to think ahead, going, okay, in 5 days, is this food, A, am I going to be sick of it? And B, is it going to taste good sitting in a fridge for 4 days?
But I will point out that a lot of people on the text line have said what I'm thinking right now, which is sometimes when I go to a restaurant, I will order a thing that I know will provide me with a meal there and leftovers. I will make a decision where I say, that is good because I'll eat some of that, and that'll also be my lunch tomorrow.
Yeah, but I guess in that scenario, I'm like, if I'm at Jersey Mike's and it's past 5 p.m. and I get a free Giant when I order a Giant, I know that second Giant is going to be my leftover Giant, right? But then if I'm at a restaurant, Zeke's right, you can't control the portions, and sometimes the portions are way too big, and you shouldn't pressure yourself to eat it or force yourself to eat the leftovers.
We've got the verdict to read now. We've tabulated the votes. There have been a lot of them on YouTube, as well as the text line at 800-520-1067. We have Oscar and Kenya on with us right now. 5 years of dating, but can their relationship make it through the verdict of petty claims court? Guys, you understand the ruling is final here. Whatever we decide is official. There's no do-overs, right?
Okay.
Okay. And here we go, Allie. Whenever you're ready, you've been adding up the votes.
I have, and there have been a lot of comments on the text line, a lot of votes on the YouTube live stream. 760 is a little aggressive, said, tell this guy to run! But with 87% of the vote...
Oh, my God, massive.
Oscar, big discrepancy here. Oscar has won this edition of Petty Claims Court.
Oscar.
And even though leftovers might not always be the best, they are a necessary part of life. And maybe Kenya's just not good at reheating them or whatever, but... You're a loser, Kenya. Do you accept these results?
No, because leftovers are nasty, and it also gives me stomach issues. That's what Oscar's forgetting.
562 says he should dump this bougie bitch. Now, listen, I'm not going to get into this stuff at all. Everyone's got their reasons for it. Meanwhile, Kenya, Oscar, I hope your relationship can survive the ruling of a petty claims court. Hopefully we hear back from you. Most of the couples, Allie, we believe that have joined us have made it through and made it stronger. A few have broken up since joining us during petty claims court.
And we'll find out if this is one of those.
So hang tight, guys, and thank you for joining us on KROQ.
It's funny that Kenya was like, yes, I will accept the results. Here are the results. I don't accept those.
Well, the actual rule in Kenya is that the punishment is going to be that once a week, like a lot of our listeners do, it's usually that Sunday night dinner where it's the combination of leftovers that have been collected over the course of the weekend.
Yeah, somebody said that they have a day of the week where they have reserved just leftovers for dinner, and their kids love it.
Yeah, you will get to partake in leftover day to see if we can turn your opinion around, okay?
Okay.
All right, there she goes. She seems thrilled.
That's a day of stomach issues.
Another satisfied listener here at KROQ. I don't know what it is, Allie. It takes us forever to try to find listeners, then we get them, and then we immediately give them a reason to stop listening to us.
Well, we'll pick up another one in Iowa or Virginia or whatever.
You know what we'll do? We'll bribe you with Disneyland tickets to stick around. We got them for you in 15 minutes. We'll be right back with those tickets, your news, and much more after this on KROQ.
106.7 FM. Klein Alley Show. Mornings. KROQ.
Disneyland tickets. You and 3 friends, relatives, kids. Maybe you got more than 3 kids. Get a chance for you to pick your favorites. That's what it's all about. Kids want to know where they rank in order, and we'll give you a chance to win those tickets. A 4-pack coming up in about 5 minutes here at KROQ. Win your way into Disneyland. Nothing better than that. Free day at Disney is, man, that's great because that's all that extra money for churros. You can start spending giant turkey legs and churros. You're already up so much money.
And I think there's less pressure to fit everything in because you went there for free.
It's a free day. We get you in moments. We'll get into your news. But first, Jake, just so you know how serious we are, I want you to hear what we've been working on behind
I
this.
know you're serious. I don't need anything.
I think you should hear the intro for the new bit you'll be hosting.
Do you have swamp ass? Jake will let us know. Jake will go down there, just don't blow. Do you have swamp ass? Get to it, Jake. Do you have swamp ass, or you gonna pass?
So Omar was very busy.
I don't think that was very good. It didn't rhyme.
He'll make 7 more if you want him to.
Yeah.
I will. Give me a choice of 7.
It's funny what things motivate Omar, and boy, he was motivated for that one. So let's get into your news now, and then your
Wait. Make a new one, please.
and then your Disney tickets after this.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
So these updates always make me so sad and angry. You remember the bear in Monrovia that walked across the KTLA news report earlier this week? We talked about it. This bear had attacked a woman. Blondie. She was lovingly known by residents in the area as Blondie. She had 2 potential attacks, and when I say attack, I mean she swiped at a woman and made contact with the back of her knee while she was walking a dog.
Right.
Nothing life-threatening, maybe a Band-Aid or 2. Not anything super aggressive,
It's like
in my
foreplay
opinion.
for a bear.
Seriously. Could have been an accident. But they said she was protecting her cubs. She had cubs, so of course we all know bears get pretty aggro around their cubs. And then she made her appearance on KTLA. Now, since then, they have captured her and euthanized her. And now Blondie's dead. And now the cubs are momless. And yes, I know that it's like for safety reasons that wildlife officials do this kind of crap. But even the residents in Monrovia are saying, hey, maybe you could have tried to do a little more to keep the family together. She was just doing a little swipey swipe every once in a while, and I think the cubs would
Well, it wasn't
rather...
like it was Tinder. It was at people.
Yeah, but it's a swipe at the back of the knees. She said it hasn't killed anybody.
Yet.
I think
you think she's just going to kill?
Nah, well...
Bears can kill people super easily.
Not a lot of bears kill people, guys.
I speak for PETA when I say what they should have done in this situation is teach that thing to ride a bicycle and then put it in the circus.
Hilarious.
And then that thing lives a long life selling merch, traveling around in the circus as the bear that rides the bike.
And now they took the cubs and they put them in a wildlife rehab center. So they're basically in foster care.
Right.
Until they get old enough to be released into their natural habitat, which are they going to be able to survive in a natural habitat when they're in a little foster home?
So what's the deal if you're a bear? I know with dogs sometimes, if a dog attacks enough kids, they'll take it out. They'll be like, this dog can't be around humans.
And they do. I've seen they do it with coyotes and stuff often.
Right, sure. But like with bears, that's kind of expected. Right, a bear is probably not going to like a person.
If a bear is protecting its cubs, and in Monrovia, it's very mountainous, right? And these bears are just doing what they do and living their damn lives.
Did the woman that got her knee swiped, did she press charges?
She didn't do anything. I think
she should be the one that gets to make the call. Hey, swipe my knee. I'm cool though. Let him live.
Right.
Hey,
that's
by the
a
way,
good point.
isn't Monrovia the same city where the peacocks just run rampant?
Yeah, it's wild peacock territory as well.
I feel like you're half in the wilderness when you're in Monrovia. I mean, I have a cousin who lives there, and she just sees bears all the time. It's part of living
there.
there.
We did a party there, and I got attacked by a peacock.
A wild
They're not
peacock.
putting those things down.
I think you're fighting off animals on your way to work most of the time in Monrovia.
That's why it's so charming there.
It is so charming.
People like it.
But I just think we're getting a little euthanized happy. Bothers me.
I mean, there's a lot of people we should be euthanizing before the bears.
Totally agree.
So let's just start there.
People are excitedly buzzing about a couple of things this morning. Number one, people are excited about the Lollapalooza lineup, Smashing Pumpkins, Lorde, Charlie XCX, Youngblood, Turnstile, Somber, and Wet Leg, just to name a few. But people are also excited about the new Spider-Man trailer, Brand New Day, and this is a long-awaited, I believe it's the sequel. It's the second one in the series, I think. Tom Holland is Spider-Man, and of course everyone's got more interest because him and Zendaya are in the movie together. They're supposedly married now. He's a short king. She's super hot. So now there's even more interest in the movie franchise, but the trailer also looks pretty awesome.
Hey, kid, it's me, Spider-Man.
There it is.
I hear you are sick. Get better. I gotta go fly somewhere.
Wow. Incredible.
That's a blockbuster if I've ever heard one.
That is going to be great.
Millions of views. It came out 5 hours ago, that trailer.
That is unbelievable.
Pretty exciting.
Honest, just for that scene alone, I'm going to watch it.
Tom Holland sucks.
If you missed it, here you go. Once again.
Hey, kid, it's me, Spider-Man. I hear you are sick. Get better. I gotta go fly somewhere.
That's good stuff.
That's really good. Long anticipated.
It's going to be the best one yet. I have a feeling.
Jake, less talky, more swamp ass sniffy, all right? So I know that when weed was only medicinally legal, it had us all going to whatever doctor was sitting on a couch in his living room that would approve us smoking weed, right?
My doctor was Dr. Golden Graham, and he approved me because I had menstrual cramps and scoliosis. And I got myself my first ever medicinal license for marijuana.
One of the many things that I said I had was anxiety, and they prescribed weed very freely for anxiety. But now, according to a new study, it doesn't do anything for anxiety, and all of that was a lie.
A new study suggests marijuana does not ease anxiety or other mental health conditions. Scientists examined existing gold standard research. Now, the two studies found that there is no evidence that any form of cannabis is effective in treating anxiety, depression, or post-traumatic stress disorder.
So those are a lot of the things that we said we had in order to get these medicinal marijuana cards that, yes, we don't need anymore.
No,
but a lot of people say they smoke weed for these reasons, and now there's no evidence that it helps at all. And I think some people, even it makes it a little worse if you get the wrong strain, you get all weird and paranoid.
I've definitely gotten anxiety. Also just in figuring out where I hit it.
And
I
then
hit this weed somewhere.
I'm like, I need more weed to combat this anxiety that the weed caused.
Vicious cycle right there. Hey, caller 20. We're looking for you right now on KROQ. 800-520-1067. Not one, not two, not three, but 4 tickets to Disneyland are in your future. And all you got to do is give us a call. No special skills needed. No jumping through hoops. Just using your phone. Human-on-human interaction at 800-520-1067. New hour starts next. KROQ.
KROQ. Klein Alley Show. Mornings on KROQ. KROQ. Yeah! KROQ. It's Klein Alley Show.
106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. The Sonic Pulse of Los Angeles. This is the world famous KROQ.
Oh, yeah. Let's make this the greatest hour of your life. Definitely will be for the next person we pick up on the phones here at KROQ. The number to join, 800-520-1067. If you're wondering why it's busy here, why people are attempting to call, it's because they want to go to Disneyland. And those tickets definitely motivate. So let's go ahead and say good morning right now to caller 20, which puts us in Los Angeles. How fitting. Is this Cynthia?
Yes.
You are caller 20.
Oh, my God, that's so awesome. Thank you so much.
We cannot say you're welcome enough. But those tickets are as good as yours. We wanted them for ourselves, but we just can't keep them. Legally, we must give them to you, so enjoy your time in Disneyland, all right?
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for starting your day with us here at KROQ, and just keep listening so we can keep bribing you with other stuff, okay?
Okay, great. Thanks.
All right, verbal contract. If that's Cynthia listens to any other station, someone take her out.
Take her tickets away.
We will give you more of those tickets coming up again at noon, and then 3, and then 6, and then again tomorrow morning right around this time. If you missed out, called too late, don't worry. We'll have them for you again tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. sharp right here on KROQ. It's a good hour, Allie, for a few different reasons. KTLA made a lot of news. They are the news, but they made a lot of news this past month because of a bunch of layoffs that happened there with some of their beloved reporters.
And it was across the country. This group had laid off a lot of local reporters, and it just brings up a huge conversation about how the media is doing in 2026.
Ellina Abovian was one of our favorites for very many reasons, but also the fact that she got, I think, laid off on her 40th birthday seemed to hit people at its core. And she's going to tell some tales, and she's going to be on with us in moments, and I'm thrilled to welcome her into the KROQ studios. So we've got that to look forward to. And much more. We kick things off this hour with some Sum 41 for any Canadians that are paying attention to the show. And then we will get into everything else we have in store for you after this on KROQ.
Klein Alley Show.
KROQ, we are Klein Alley Show. And I want to quickly defend myself for just a moment. I've been accused of yet another thing around here, which is just not accurate. But Allie is, of course, trying to stir the pot.
I'm not trying to stir the pot. I'm just saying what's happening.
I did.
You're wearing 2 bracelets and lady shoes.
Okay. Yesterday,
Fancy boy.
I am wearing shoes that are regular man shoes that Allie has somehow started spreading a rumor that they are lady shoes.
They're ballet shoes.
The fact that we discussed it for a while.
We didn't discuss it for a while.
You are neck and neck with Johnny for being gayest on the show.
I'm not gayest on the show. And we decided yesterday I'm nowhere even near the top 3.
He also showed our boss videos of other men working out,
that's
which
not,
is a different
Why
thing.
are you recording other men at the gym,
I'm not
creepo?
First of all, not recording other men at the gym at all.
Well, on your phone, do you have
our boss has very bad vision and hearing, and whenever he has to come near, he gets very.
I'm glad he chooses the music here.
He gets very, very close, uncomfortably close when he wants to come over and talk. And my phone was sitting up on the desk and it was scrolling through stuff. And one of the things it scrolled to was it's a guy doing a workout guy that's showing you the right way to work out properly. Okay, so all of a sudden I feel like I had to defend the fact because he's looking at my phone and I go, oh, this is a guy that's showing me how I should be working out. Apparently I'm doing it all wrong. That was the extent of it. Allie changed the story and goes, Klein is showing our boss videos of himself working out. Not true.
Well, because you were showing, you were like, this is what I do. I do this every day.
I was kidding.
Doing these lunges.
The guy was like some Navy SEAL who was all jacked. I'm clearly not on his routine at all. That was the joke. It was funny.
Back to the lady shoes.
Then Allie goes, are you wearing lady shoes? Now, I did accidentally buy a pair of lady pants. I'll admit it. They were sweatpants. I thought they were cargo pants.
I think that anything that anyone buys on TikTok Shop is usually either unisex or for women.
I blame Johnny's generation for this because the reality is it used to be pretty goddamn clear if you're buying something from the man section or the lady section. Now, no one wants to get in trouble for anything, so they just put everything on a random shelf and say, good luck.
Well, and I think that people are more gender fluid with how they dress now.
There's nothing gender fluid about the shoes I'm wearing. They're man shoes for men.
Why don't you show them to everybody? Show them how tiny the soles are.
Okay, there's a couple of things about them.
You had to buy a smaller size, right?
Yeah, I had to buy a smaller size.
Right.
Yes, because they didn't have them in the size I needed.
Why don't you have the balls to show us what they look like on the live stream?
Johnny, get out of here with the camera. I'll put my goddamn shoes up.
And
Relax.
what did our boss say when you asked him, are these lady shoes?
He said, well, first of all, he's such a man, our boss. He goes, I don't trust any shoes that don't have strings because these shoes they have no laces. I'm lazy. I love
loafers. You're wearing loafers.
They're not loafers.
You're a little light in the loafers there, huh?
This is the shoe. All right, I'm showing you the shoe for the YouTube cam.
No socks either, bro. What the hell?
Yeah, it's summer. No socks.
Show them the soles.
Little
ballet flats.
These are not ballet flats, Allie.
Oh,
these
tinkle toes.
These are. It's so
they
funny.
Make your feet look really
I really like them.
Shut up, Vanessa. Before the show started today, Jake said to me, and not that this is going to be good for my defense, Jake's like, oh, I have shoes like that.
There you go.
I don't like that, but Jake you defended him earlier, Jake. Now you're mocking him?
No, mine are Pumas. I'm purple.
Okay, well, you have lady shoes then.
Does any of this make you feel better?
No, these are man shoes. But by the way, most shoes, like you said now, unisex. Guys wear them, girls wear them, kids wear them.
Right, so you can't tell if they're for men or women.
I think these are.
You saying that they are man shoes
the size
is inaccurate.
Says or not men. It says U.S. size. Well, Euro. It's got the Euro size.
Girly 8s.
These are girly 8s. They were made in Indonesia. That much I know.
Okay.
That's the place that's known for making man shoes.
Well, you know how straight our boss is that he can't even see laces. He said strings.
Yeah, I don't trust any.
Those shoes have strings, dude.
Yeah, he goes, those shoes don't have strings. So
anything that ain't got strings is for queers. Anyway, see ya.
That's what he said. So, anyway.
I don't understand that shoe because there's holes for the strings, but there's no strings.
Right. They're illusion.
But they're slip-ons.
They're an illusion.
They're just an illusion.
Women aren't smart enough to lace them up.
Right. These are man shoes for a man.
Stolen string valor right there.
I mean, they're just so thin on the bottom. I just feel like.
Well, I had one pair of shoes that had thick soles, and you guys accused me of trying to look taller. So I can't win in this stupid place.
I just, when you were wearing them yesterday, you were wearing baggy jeans with those shoes,
yes.
And your feet looked very small.
Right. Yeah, because they're ballet slippers. I'm trying to counter whatever Tom Holland, what's his face said about ballet. That guy.
Oh, okay. Timothy Chalamet.
Timothy Chalamet. I'm fighting back.
So you admit that they're ballet slippers?
They're not ballet slippers.
You just said they were.
All right, we got to take a break.
Do a dance.
Tiny soul Kevin.
Do a little dance.
I'm going to do some pirouettes.
714 said, I'm looking at the stream, and Allie seems correct.
No way. No way. I went and looked at them again where I ordered them, and they don't say man shoes in the description, but they do say shoes. And so
Okay, well,
Did you get
yes.
these on the street? Did you get scammed again?
No, you got them on TikTok Shop.
I
Did
got
you
them
not?
on TikTok Shop.
TikTok shop.
All right, shut
Right,
up, Vanessa.
girl?
We got-
Hey, all right, never mind. Slay all day.
All right, we'll take a break. When we get back, our favorite. She will be our favorite. She has been our favorite for a while.
She's gonna
Local
not talk to you
report.
Gonna love
after
your
this.
shoes.
She's going to love these shoes. Formerly from KTLA. Now we'll find out what's next. It's a big story, and we're going to get all the details after this on KROQ.
KROQ. It's KROQ Spring Fling. We're flinging out 4-packs of one-day, one-park tickets to Disney, California Adventure Park, or Disneyland Park. Make memories that last a lifetime during the Disneyland Resort 70th celebration. From dazzling entertainment, new experiences, and festive touches that make every moment feel truly special. Listen all weekend for your chance to win. KROQ. Offering subject to restrictions and change without notice.
KROQ, Klein Alley Show, 106.7, World Famous. It's always nice to be on in Southern California, and there are certain people that I would argue you have grown up with, woken up with, seen on radio, TV, whatever for a while. And when we heard about all of the, the round of layoffs at KTLA, that was a story that seemed to hit all of us personally because these are people that we've watched on TV for a while. And I'm not such a fan of Krisky, but I was very disappointed, and Allie, we all were, when we found out that this person would no longer be on our news.
And back to our breaking news here out of Temple City. A small plane has crashed there.
It went down in the backyard of a home. KTLA's Ellina Abovian live now at the scene with more. Ellina, good morning.
Ellina Abovian has been bringing us news for over a decade on KTLA. And on her 40th birthday, you found out that you would no longer be an employee of KTLA.
That's right.
Did that blindside you as much as it blindsided us?
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Yeah, it was absolutely blindsiding. Was not expecting that at all.
Yeah, so we can relate. We have been fired multiple times in pretty brutal ways.
Christmas
but
Eve.
why don't you walk us through your day? Because it was your birthday. You know, you get the, hey, coworkers, hey, happy birthday, Ellina, all that stuff. And then what tipped you off that this was going to be your last day? How did it all go down?
Well, it was just shy of my 40th birthday, not exactly on it, but, the day before. And I went into work regular Monday at LAX talking about, travel disruptions, and I get a text message.
Did you say pack your patience? A lot of people like to say that when they're at LAX.
No, we retired that.
Nice.
Oh,
you hear that? You're making a difference. That's been
I did one time say pack the Chardonnay.
Oh, good.
That's
good. I
good.
like that. That's a
you
nice
were
upgrade.
allowed to do that at KTLA.
Yeah.
We really created a connection with the audience because we had some room for levity. And just hearing the intro you guys did, it brings it all back because it was something that was in my ear every day for 11 years. And that day, I just got a text message from one of my bosses asking to meet, and that was that.
Was it in person or was it over the phone?
It was in person.
Oh, that's good. We got phone calls.
Yeah, but whenever we get the text about a meeting, especially an unsanctioned meeting,
your heart drops.
I'm always like, that's it, game over. I'll even start packing up before the meeting. I'm like, I know what this means, and I start packing my stuff.
I think half the time we're amazed that our key cards work in this building.
I'm just shocked every day. But did you have a sense? Did you feel like in your gut, did you go, this is not going to be a good meeting?
Well, it can go one of two ways, right? When you get that text or that phone call to meet with the big bosses. And so I didn't really know what to expect, but I went into it thinking, okay, this may not be good, but I'll be okay. Mm-hmm. And so I just went into a blind and
such a healthier attitude than we have.
I know, we were devastated.
Yeah, I go, this is going to be terrible. Worst day of our lives.
Well, see, I've never been in that position before, so I didn't know what to expect. I've been on this trajectory of news for 16 years and always landed the next job and got to KTLA as my dream job 11 years ago and got to live that out. So to see it and feel it come to an end, it's like, whoa, what was that?
Yeah, and I think what we were just talking about before we came on was your reaction to it and how you made a public reaction. Because when this happens, and unfortunately it's happening more and more in the media, as everyone tries to streamline, right? There's this expectation that the people who have been fired say nothing, acknowledge it, not at all, and just kind of move on, and the company moves on as well. And the fact that you made a public statement about how you felt, I think really touched people because they develop a connection with you, especially over a decade of being on the air and connecting with people, and then you're just completely removed from their daily routine. That hits them hard, and I think people really appreciated that you were willing and able to do that.
Well, thank you. Thank you for saying that. It certainly wasn't my plan. I thought I would just kind of sneak away or, exit quietly because no one really wants to talk about that, especially in the beginning. But once it became news and then the reaction to it, it became a much bigger story than I ever anticipated. So I felt I had to properly address it. And the best way to address something like that is to truly be vulnerable, because how many people in this city can relate to that? We're talking about the LAUSD also laying people off. Everyone feels it. And there's a spectrum depending on the type of industry and how long you've been there and how your identity is tied into that role. But to have a public facing job where you've done so much, you've contributed to the fabric of this city. It really is special. So I felt like I needed to at least honor that moment and to give it language. I did not imagine it would garner that type of reaction, but it gave me the closure I needed with the audience.
How many offers have come in since? Because it feels like everyone now.
You're about to get another one.
Because I'm about to, I don't know if you want Allie's job, but it's yours if you want it.
The seat feels pretty cushiony, guys.
Yeah, sit right there. Allie, get the hell out of here. It's
All
been
right.
real.
Yeah, I knew this was coming.
Grab your box and go. We have a meeting with the boss after the show, Allie, just for you. Now, have you started, I know it's soon, this just happened, but it's very, very recent, but have you started having conversations already about what is the next move, or are you just going to enjoy some time?
Yes and yes. I'm enjoying the time. I'm enjoying doing nothing, which is so nice because I also have 2 little boys, and to drop in and be very present in their life right now is important. And also just taking the time to see my friends and to experience LA as someone who's not working it is a very different feeling. But yes, I'm also kind of taking some meetings and having conversations and really just broadening the scope of what I could do.
In the TV realm or in other media outlets?
I'm not sure.
Look at her, Allie. She doesn't have to hide in radio like we do.
I know.
She's a TV face, all right? Must be nice to have a TV face.
Anyone with a camera is like, get over
nice
here.
Not to wear makeup to work for once.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to our world. It's not that nice.
I wear makeup, and he can't even tell.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
When did that start?
I do try.
Did they try to give you hush money? Did they attempt to say, hey, if you sign this thing, we're going to give you a little goodbye package or whatever, severance, and you don't talk about anything? Did they attempt to do that?
I can't talk about that, guys.
Oh, yeah. All right.
That's what corporate does.
I believe when we were fired, they said, if you say anything, you will not get $1 more.
Right. But if you say nothing, you'll get $1. We said, all right, we'll take the dollar.
Fine, we will
we negotiate
sacrifice
terribly.
Everything.
Yeah, it's a terrible feeling because in some ways you do, with these types of jobs, you pour all of yourself into the job. So you are you, and obviously you're delivering the news, and we're here doing this radio show, but you're still being yourself every single day, and you're having your real reactions, and you're reporting on plane crashes or stuff at the Coliseum. But it's you, so that when that's no longer there, when they say you're not going to do that, it's a weird feeling because it does feel like it strips away a piece of your identity.
Absolutely, and it's so tied into your nervous system.
Right.
This job really gives you a front row seat to life, and so you're experiencing everything and you're embodying the energy of that story in order to really retell it properly. And so to have that not be part of your day-to-day, it's such a disruption to your rhythm. And it can be refreshing, of course, to now sit back a little bit and actually read the newspaper without feeling like I have to take on that responsibility. But it's a special job, and I got to do it for 11 years. I got to be there for the fires. I got to be there for some of the biggest events that have happened in LA, and unfortunately also, be there for all the tragedies and all the horrible breaking news. But it's part of what we do, and it becomes a part of who you are.
Yeah.
So I'm still transitioning out of that.
And do you keep in contact with some of the anchors and people who are still there? Because I know it's kind of a family, right?
Yeah, we're friends, of course. I mean, they've all checked in. And, some of them have experienced something similar at a different station.
Right.
So, everyone has something to share.
What's the worst call to get? And I know that I've received these calls many times and made them. But when you lose your job, is what someone's trying to call and be nice? But what is it, something you don't like when they say? Like, is there something you go like, oh, that was, they tried to be nice, but that just hit me wrong? Or is everyone trying to just be say, hey, you'll be fine, you'll bounce back, you'll find something better? One of those things?
It's been pretty positive. Everyone has one of two things, like the common thread that I'm seeing. One is that this is divine redirection, so take it as a blessing, which is tough to see in the very beginning because it hurts. But afterwards, then you're able to kind of really see what this moment means and how you can transition it, because the skill set isn't lost. The passion for the industry isn't lost. It's just, how do we now turn it into something else, because the world is evolving, so how can we evolve with it?
Are there any bosses by name you'd like to call out as being dicks at KTLA?
Absolutely not.
Okay, I'm giving you that opportunity right now if you wanted
The
to.
NDA, I think, last
Oh,
week.
that's
This
fair
is a
enough.
small business.
I
Don't do
know,
that
I'm
to
just
me.
kidding.
Alina, if I could ask you one technical question, just as part of your job, how do you handle that gap in between when they throw to you and when you actually hear what they're saying and can react? Sometimes that gap is like 10 seconds long, and some reporters, it is just so awkward. They're like awkwardly smiling in front of the camera. You always did it so naturally. What's the secret?
You got to start talking before they even throw to you, right? Isn't that the key?
You do the nod.
Nod.
You know, like I hear you, I'm digesting it, and I'm thinking of my, clever intro.
It's unbelievable. Yeah, you figured that out. A lot of people, you're right, Allie. It's like
I'm always waiting. I'm like, when are they going to hear it?
Yeah, they threw to them. They're still
When
standing
are they
there.
going to hear it?
They're standing there like a deer in the headlights. Yeah, that takes some time to figure that out. Have you, in your many years of covering news, ever been responsible for delivering the old people secrets? Now, we listen to these every week on the show. This is when you knock on the door of some person who's turned 106 and you go, what's your secret to living a long life? All the news people love to cover these stories. They love old people. Did you ever get stuck on the old people beat?
No.
Oh, you're too good for that.
No.
That must be rookie news stuff.
Was there any type of story, though, that was like a fluff piece that you were just like, ugh,
I'm too
I have
good
to
for
go
this?
here? Like, where, when they send you somewhere, you can't choose.
I mean, you can look at a story and think, this is too simple or something. But once you're in it and when you meet people, you just surrender into it. And it really is a good feeling. I mean, I've had those days where you just don't feel like doing the thing. But once you're there, once you're in it, you really understand what it's like to be on live TV, to tell a story as it's happening, and to give people that opportunity to talk about whatever it is that they're doing. It's such a special thing.
Did they ever send you out in the middle of a storm and then you're like, yes, it's pretty stormy? Or it's like, why do they send all the poor journalists out there
back
to
to you.
Yeah, in L.A., right, a little drizzle. They got to send them out there in the storm gear.
Yeah.
That's how it is. Well, listen, the news in L.A. will not be nearly as much fun to watch without you on it, but I have a feeling that'll change very soon. In the meantime, there's a podcast you've been doing for a while now. You're very good at it.
Thank you.
You can check that out, of course. We'll put it's called Breaking Through with Ellina Abovian. We'll put up all the links on our socials, and we wanted to say, as someone that, because we have you on in the back or had you on in the back here at KROQ for a while, we're going to miss seeing your face every day, which is why we'd love to offer you Allie's job yet again, so you could be here every single day.
I think Johnny will give up his job. 626 is watching the live stream and wondering why Johnny's just sitting in the corner staring.
I'll let you guys figure it out, but can I just say how excited I am to be here this morning? I grew up the ultimate 90s rock chick, so
Nice.
to be at the World Famous KROQ, guys.
You
This is
want some
special.
Sublime? Would that put you in a good mood? Hold
Go
on,
for
let me
it.
make that happen. Here we go. Hey, thanks for stopping by. We
Thanks
wish you
for
nothing but
having
the
me.
best, and
Thanks,
if we're
guys.
always here for you, and if Allie gets pregnant, Allie, when are you going to get pregnant again?
I don't know yet.
All right, let's get Allie
I'm
out
going
of
through
here.
the IVF process.
Good. Once Allie gets knocked up, you come in here, we'll hang out, we'll do some radio.
I
you
hope
can slum it.
sooner rather than later.
That's right. Yeah. You want to do it sooner?
I am trying.
All right. Tomorrow.
It's
we'll
all
see you tomorrow.
depending on my womb.
Sublime now. KROQ. Thanks. Ellina Abovian on KROQ.
World famous KROQ.
Klein Alley Show.
Klein Alley Show.
KROQ.
And we got to make a rule about having attractive people in the studio. We can't do it
We
anymore.
can't handle it.
It's too much. I don't know. Johnny sat in the corner. I didn't even realize he was sitting in the interview.
He was like cuckolding during the interview.
He was sitting on the floor.
weird,
and then our boss, who has never come by
Is there?
after an interview ever.
And offered her a job.
Oh, he came out offer a job already?
He definitely did already.
Unbelievable.
It's pretty hard to create
Yep, he
new
did.
full-time positions around here, but they did it.
Place got no money. We can't give anyone a thing, but give that woman everything. Goddamn.
Oopsie, I'll be fine.
She'll be just fine. Ellina Abovian. If any other attractive news anchors get fired from any stations in L.A., please stop by KROQ
so
first.
embarrassed on our behalf.
Allie, you are the most pervy.
What are you talking about?
I don't know what you're thinking inside your head, but I know it's dirty.
Well, of course. So is yours.
Well, what'd you call her shirt, Klein?
Great shirt.
You said great shirt?
No, I didn't say great shirt. She wore a great shirt. She's very attractive.
It was a great shirt.
It's the best.
It's a great belt, great pants.
Whoever made
The
that
stuff underneath is pretty good. Too.
whoever made that decision at KTLA should be fired. What are you doing? It's unbelievable. I mean, I
Like, you're the
know.
hottest person at the place.
Christ almighty. I didn't realize. Johnny sat on the
You
car.
know what? It's probably a less
she
hot
asked
woman.
me to do her socials for her. She asked me to get videos of her inside. That's why I
Have you
crushed
ever
it.
sat on the floor during
That's
an
why you
interview ever?
cuckolded in the
Yes,
corner.
everybody. I always do. You just can't see
No,
me.
you don't.
You've
I've
never-
never seen you do that.
I've never seen you do that.
Well,
I've
when
never
the pretty
seen
news lady asked me to do it, I say, yes, ma'am.
the pretty news lady. Sure, she'll love that.
Thank you, pretty news lady.
Ah, Ellina
God, we're
Abovian.
so weird.
God damn, we can't be around normal people. I really can't.
Oh, she wasn't normal.
No, she's next level. Dude.
Omar said he watched our YouTube for the first time just now.
Yeah.
First time he's ever watched it.
I was pissed at Ginger Justin for, panning over to you guys. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, Justin, don't do that.
Yeah, what are you doing? Every camera should have been on her. Still, follow her to the car.
All three.
Should put a camera on her head right now and follow her home. What are you doing filming us?
Johnny was like, I'm going to film her walking in. I'm going to film her sitting down.
Unbelievable.
So we rehearsed outside.
You rehearsed
Jesus
it.
Christ.
We did like 2 or 3 takes.
It's never happened before. Who did we just have in here the other day? Greg Fitzsimmons? I don't think anyone's even took a picture with him.
I can't remember what he looks like.
I mean, it's unbelievable. This all of a sudden she shows up?
Johnny wasn't in the corner for that.
No, sure was not.
No.
In the restroom for that
Jesus Christ. Man, everyone just chill out.
Everyone in the building.
I'm sweaty.
We got to take a break.
Yes.
You guys are so weird.
Vanessa, you too, huh? You're all worked up?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, see, I'm telling you.
I don't know what to believe.
She's magical. She really is. I am Team
Just a nice girl.
Team Abovian. I'm getting that tattooed on me. Big fan. She said she got kids. That means she have a husband or something?
I don't know, but those kids got a lot of friends, I bet.
Oh, I want to be friends with her kids so bad.
Let's do a play date.
Vanessa, call her off the air and see if I can be friends with her kids.
I already have her number. We're good.
All right, great. You got to take a break. Man. KTLA really screwed things up over there big time.
Dum-dums.
Be right back. More show after this. A lot of people on the text line.
Everyone needs a cold shower.
Yeah, all right, thank you. I'm boned up. No. Quick break, more show.
No, you can't
The Klein Alley Show. Somehow less reliable than LA's public transit, but just as sticky. Klein Alley Show. Mornings, KROQ.
KROQ, we are Klein Alley Show. If you'd like to interact with us, you can start doing that immediately. 800-520-1067 to call live, text live, or there's that GOAT line, 844-956-GOAT.
Klein and Alley, you two are the only people on live radio right now that could make a gayest list of the people you work with and not get canceled. You guys freaking rock and are easily the best morning show in LA right now. Yeah.
What that person said. Enjoy us until we get canceled. In the meantime, here's your news.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
So this TSA situation is getting a little dicey leading into spring break. I feel bad for anybody who works for the government because this is the third time in the last year that a shutdown has happened. One was the longest one ever. It was 43 days long. Then there was a cute little 3-day one to start the year off. And now we are in a partial shutdown. They can't even agree on a shutdown. It's just a partial. We're not really sure if it's open, not really sure if it's closed, can't even decide.
What part of the government?
Well, this is affecting the airports, specifically in TSA agents, and I'm not sure if, like, the air traffic control is affected. I think it is.
Oh, no, not that again.
Yes, so it's
That's
just
amazing.
getting bad because now people have not been paid for almost a month again, and there's this mass sick out happening where...
Sick out?
Sick out.
You got to do that. Sick out.
Everyone's
I like the sound
got
of that. What? Tell me more.
Yeah, tell us about the sick out, Allie. How do we bring this to us here? at
Basically,
KROQ?
everyone pretends to have explosive diarrhea and doesn't come into work.
Easy.
Jake's already there.
Yeah.
I'm halfway there. I have a little bit of what Jake has.
Yeah.
We don't actually all have to have diarrhea, guys.
Okay.
Oh. I'm going to give it to you guys.
You don't have to get explosive diarrhea.
I'll make
Just
out with Klein and give it to
sit.
him.
Thank you, Omar.
You're welcome.
There's other ways to get it without having to make out with you.
I don't
could
think
just
so.
eat
Well,
this
we can rub butts together, I
Eat this
guess.
rusty paperclip sitting here as well.
Imagine always grumpy TSA agents and how much grumpier they probably are that they're doing that job without getting paid.
I
And
know.
then they're not showing up. And it's getting so bad that the TSA lines are getting longer and longer. Some of them are hours long, and
They're
they're telling
4
people
hours.
to get they're
This is
4
the new
hours
thing.
before their flight.
Forget about pack your patience. They're now saying you got to get there 4 hours early.
Maybe just don't pack at all. Just don't go.
Insane. If you're going on a trip that's, just think about this concept. You're flying somewhere that's an hour and a half away. and you got to get there 4 hours early.
Yeah.
It's just that math ain't adding up anymore.
I know. And then some of the smaller airports, they say, are at risk of shutting down because these smaller airports, if they don't have enough staff, they can't even operate it properly or safely.
I thought they were upgrading to those machines that you walk through, and they kind of do like X-ray vision, look at your dong.
It depends on the airport.
They don't need
'cause
TSA for that.
Some of them do have that. Like when we went through LAX, that one terminal, they did have that. But then I feel like other terminals or other airports don't have the same technology. It kind of depends on where you're at.
Did you notice, Allie? You probably didn't notice this, but I did. The attractive people in line, they told them to go through the X-ray. They told them to go through the machine where they could look through their clothing and see. And then the Allie, they go, you can go through the metal detector. They didn't want any images of you.
Is that why they turned you away completely from TSA PreCheck?
And then they told
said,
me I had to go to a
please
different
get in the line with the normies.
That was when I got felt up, I think. I mean, it's like the whole situation's crazy.
I mean, if you know that you're not getting paid, you might as well get a little enjoyment out of it, right?
Here's my payday.
Yeah.
Honk, honk.
What?
Someone pull that. March Madness has begun. You should have filled out your bracket by now. And this is also a peak week for gambling peer pressure. More and more people are betting every single year. And when you are a degenerate gambler, you want people to gamble with, especially turning somebody who is not a gambler into a gambler is a satisfying feeling. I imagine it's just as satisfying as a gay woman turning a straight girl. So when you encourage your friends, your peers, your kids' teachers, anyone really, to bet with you, it seems to work. According to a new study, March Madness is the perfect storm for peer pressure for bettors because they get this illusion that everyone is doing it and that everybody is making money and that they're an idiot if they don't join in. And at this point, 36% of people, this is just between the ages of 21 to 34, place at least one sports bet every month now.
Prize Picks, promo code KROQ. Prize Picks.
Klein, how are you on the March Madness tip?
Well, I mean, I've got to finish my brackets before
you have to finish your bracket. Isn't the first game like at 3?
It's soon. It starts very soon. I have a lot figured out.
The first game happened yesterday, right?
Yeah, but the play-in games, those are kind of not real ones.
The
real games. I mean, there's games today all day. This is why a lot of guys.
This is when the first round starts.
Yeah, guys get the vasectomies and they sit around with ice packs on their junk and just watch basketball all day. Today is the day. I think billions of dollars of work doesn't get done because everyone's just watching games.
I'm not a huge gambler, but there was one time about 3 years ago when I got peer pressured into going to Las Vegas for March Madness, and they suckered me into placing bets, and I did picking my favorite. I think I chose
based on
Gonzaga
color?
Because it sounds like Gazungas.
Yeah,
and that was my whole thing. I ended up winning like $1,500.
What?
From a $20 parlay.
Yeah, because Gonzaga, or the University of Gazungas, as Omar calls it, they always seem to have these crazy March Madness runs where they go deep in the tournament. And if Omar's looking, going, hey, I think their jerseys say Gazungas, I'll put my money on them.
Yeah.
You just pick something and run with it. Things that sound like genitals and boobs. Things that sound racist.
Sure, why not?
There's a lot of them there that you can pick from. Okay, so there's I don't know if I can officially call this a new trend, but people are doing it on TikTok, and it's started among the running community. People who are churning butter while they run. If you're going to run, I guess you might as well get something done in the process.
If someone told you they were making a butter run, you'd probably picture a quick trip to the store, perhaps. But on TikTok, runners are trying the churn and burn trend. An Oregon couple's going viral for putting heavy cream in their hiking vests and then going up a mountain, eventually making butter in there. The video's gained millions of views. Why?
So
pull that clip.
It seems like if I was going to, just because I like to save a buck, making your own butter is, if you're running already and you're going to be able to make it while you're running, slowly churning this butter, and then when you get home, you get a vest full of butter.
Make some treadmill butter. You're on the treadmill every day for an hour.
And it probably tastes amazing. Fresh butter is delicious.
I would never eat butter that was made by Allie while she was working out. That is
if
so
I make
disgusting.
you butter, will you please?
Yeah, what that guy said. I'm with that guy.
I will make you some butter. Will you eat it?
No.
Yeah, come on, Allie.
Let's have toast and butter tomorrow.
You better start running. Get going.
I wonder how long you have to run for to make it.
Like over 5 miles or something.
Get into a brand new hour of the show next on KROQ.
Klein Alley Show. 106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County. The Sonic Pulse of Los Angeles. This is the world famous KROQ.
Good morning. Welcome to your KROQ. bonus hour just after 10 o'clock here. The World Famous KROQ 106.7. You can find us there. You can download the podcast. You can watch us on YouTube. And like many people checked out YouTube for the very first time today, understandably.
Yeah, don't watch us on YouTube.
I've experienced something similar in a different...
Allie's watching her right now. Allie's just watching old clips right now.
Sorry, we're all watching it.
Ellina Abovian, who was in our studio last hour, and people just can't stop talking about her. Unbelievable.
Every boss in this building was readily available at the end of that.
Hovering around. People that have worked here in years came by just to check that out. It's unbelievable. Now I understand why radio doesn't get a lot of respect. The TV people come around these parts all of a sudden.
People are coming out of retirement.
Starts perving out. Anyway, hopefully she will not be a stranger because she's welcome back here anytime. I think Johnny already sold the chair she sat in on eBay. It's unbelievable. We got lots to get to this hour on the show. Lots to give you if you'd like to go enjoy some flag football. It is a 4-pack of tickets to the Fanatics Flag Football Classic, Saturday. BMO Stadium. Tickets at Ticketmaster.com. You will see Tom Brady in person, Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts, Rob Gronkowski, and many, many, many others, hosted by Kevin Hart. I believe that is taking place. We will get you in with some tickets this hour on the show. And also, Jake was at the bars last night, like a lot of people were, celebrating all things St. Patty's Day. And he was trying to find people that were the drunkest, but more importantly, Allie, drunk people that could give advice to the generation that doesn't drink anymore, the Gen Zs of the world. And you better believe if people were out drinking all day yesterday, when Jake finally approached them at like 10:30 at night, they were nice and hammered.
What's your name?
My name is Peter.
Peter, how many drinks have you had tonight?
I cannot confirm or deny anything above, 8, 9... somewhere in that range.
You got to do the math on that. So he's saying 8, 9. You can hear it in his voice.
He said he can't confirm or deny anything above 8 or 9.
So clearly he's in double digits easily, right?
So a lot of Gen Zers are not drinking anymore. Why don't you think Gen Z is drinking?
You're welcome. Because we signed all those, make weed legal things.
Oh.
I think you're missing out on stuff because, weed's cool. But booze is also cool.
Deep thoughts at the bar with
Jake. The more
Jake.
you know.
Weed is cool, but booze is also cool.
Don't be a dumbass and totally pass up on booze. I mean, there's whole religions that are based on booze. And I know there's religions based on weed, but don't choose. Do them both. That's why there's Saturday and Sunday.
Aww.
You got a whole weekend. Do them both. Idiot.
What religion is based on booze?
It's a good follow-up, Jake. I was thinking the same thing. Which
one's
religion
based on weed?
is based on booze?
Catholicism, dumbass.
Do you have any advice for spring breakers?
Keep on keeping on, man. You know what? And I'll tell you this. I think the government should fund MTV because if it wasn't for MTV, I didn't used to know when spring break was happening or when Mardi Gras was happening, and we need to bring that back. Because, I'm not supposed to figure that out on my own. Get with it. That's what's up.
All right, well, there you go.
I'm not supposed to figure that out on my own. MTV is supposed to tell
Government
me.
needs to fund some MTV so we know when spring break officially starts. It's K-Rock. This is Pierce the Veil. This is Klein Alley Show.
KROQ. Klein Alley Show.
Mornings on K-Rock.
Yeah!
K-Rock.
800-520-1067 if you'd like to win right now in a lightning round of Johnny Doesn't Know. One question stands between you and prizes, and up for grabs, we will get you to the Fanatics flag football event happening this weekend at BMO. We mentioned it's going to be an unbelievable turnout. I mean, just the names that keep getting added, like Tom Brady and Jalen Hurts and Rob Gronkowski, and you'll see stars and celebrities, etc., all battling out on the flag football field. It's the Fanatics Flag Football Classic, Saturday, BMO Stadium. Got 4 tickets for you right now. If you're able to predict, will Johnny know the answer to a very simple question? A question so easy that everyone listening probably knows the answer, but that doesn't necessarily mean Johnny will. It's time for Johnny Doesn't Know.
Johnny doesn't know. And I was like, okay.
Oh, Johnny doesn't know.
I didn't know Vegas was like in Nevada for like a while.
Johnny doesn't know. Johnny doesn't know.
Gelato sounds like Jello.
Johnny doesn't know.
It like goes wiggles.
All right.
Jello, yeah. yesterday and thought of Johnny. I did that sound bite in my head.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle,
I said
wiggle.
it goes wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Johnny, we don't
you.
have a lot of time to waste with categories, so we're just going to give you a very simple question because it's something that got brought up in the back office. And someone asked us earlier this week on the Goat Line, what was the origin behind Johnny Doesn't Know? And the origin really was that we would ask Johnny to do things and use abbreviations or just even say things like, I don't know, head to the third floor. He's like, what's that? And we're like, the third floor? It's the floor above the second floor. He's like, what, really?
I know.
Why would you call it that?
Johnny doesn't know elevators.
So we learned that John doesn't know a lot of things, and we decided to turn it into a fun game and a chance for you to win. So let me say good morning to Paul in Pasadena right now for a chance to play and win himself into the the Fanatics Flag Football Classic. Good morning, Paul.
Good morning, guys.
Here's the question for Johnny, because this exact conversation happened 2 weeks ago, which means Johnny will probably not remember it. If someone says to you, Johnny, that they need something by EOD or COB, when do they need that thing by? Will Johnny know the answer to this question, yes or no, Paul?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. This guy says you will not know. So someone needs something, and they said, Johnny, we need that, and we need that by EOD or COB.
It's the guy that has responded to emails from our boss with things like, I got you, shoddy.
Oh, right. That's true.
And they understand what I mean
Right.
every single time.
So if around these parts we need something like a promo or something you're putting up on Instagram, and we're like, do that by EOD or COB, when do we need that done by? He says you will not know.
EOD means end of day. Because
Oh.
I used that on my cousin last week. I was like, hey, can you return my super box by EOD? And then he was like, what the hell does that mean? And I was-
He didn't know either.
He didn't know either, but I knew. And this time, I knew.
Do you know what COB means?
Not a clue. But I knew EOD. EOD is end of day.
End of day. But COB means something similar. So what do you think it is?
Close or better to getting done quicker.
Mm-hmm.
I need this close or better. That actually works with a lot of things we asked Johnny to do.
Yeah, close or bad. Close or worse, I think, actually, is what it is.
Better.
All right. It means close of
business.
There
Close of
you
business.
go.
Yes, there we go.
Paul, sorry, you went against Johnny, and every once in a while, Johnny proves he actually knows something. So,
I think Johnny has learned a few things by working in a corporate setting. And when I first got a job at a corporation, I had no idea about any of that crap.
Yeah, that corporate jargon crap.
God, and then you get stuck on a sales email chain, and there's all kinds of weird stuff being said that I'm like, does anybody understand any of this?
Oh, I never used email until I started working here. That was so old school already by then. No job.
If you would like these tickets, Johnny was unable to hook up our listener Paul with them. They can be yours right now if you are the 20th caller at 800-520-1067. And you want to go see some flag football happening, Fanatics flag football. See the GOAT himself, Tom Brady, and Saquon Barkley, and Jalen Hurts, and Rob Gronkowski, and more this weekend, BMO Stadium. You can buy the tickets, Ticketmaster.com. Win them right now if you're caller 20 at 800-520-1067. I believe tomorrow, the billionaire behind all things Fanatics,
Mark Rubin.
Michael
Mike
Rubin,
Rubin.
will be on with us. This is going to be a big deal, and it'll be our first ever AMA with a billionaire.
Yeah, if you have any questions for an ultra-rich person.
Today we may have had our hottest guest on the show. Tomorrow will definitely be our richest guest on the show ever. So we got lots to look forward to. We will
Make
take
sure you pull that clip for him, the alligator's name.
All right, well,
a moment with
Mark
Allie.
Cuban, Mike Rubin, everyone's a billionaire, all right?
We'll be right back with more show after this.
It's KROQ Spring Fling. We're flinging out 4-packs of one-day one-park tickets to Disney California Adventure Park or Disneyland Park. Make memories that last a lifetime during the Disneyland Resort's 70th celebration. From dazzling entertainment, new experiences, and festive touches that make every moment feel truly special. Listen all weekend for your chance to win. KROQ. Offering subject to restrictions and change without notice.
How's your bracket looking? Busted yet? Don't worry about it. We got a brand new one to fill out right now as we try to save society. Our favorite nominee, whichever one potentially wins this bracket, worst people you will encounter at a pool, which is starting earlier this year because of the hot temperatures. You can score yourself some tickets to us, with us, to hang out with Cannons, KROQ Soundspace, March 27th. Private show, intimate show. We will feed you all the in and out you can handle and give you the music from Cannons. And Allie and I will be there as well. And we'd love you to join us. The only way to win your way in is to win the tickets right now on KROQ as we talk to you about your nominees for the worst people that you will encounter in a pool. I know we've talked about bad beach people and other things before, but I think it changes, even though there are the universal types that everyone hates. There are certain ones that I think evolve over time. And someone that was more acceptable 2 years ago, you go, no, that person now is my new number one pick. Worst person at the pool.
Yeah, I know that it depends, too, if it's a private pool or a public pool. Like, I know that one type of person that gets you mad is the seat savers.
Oh, like a hotel pool.
Yeah, that's a hotel pool. That's a specific scenario. But the person who puts one pair of sunglasses on a chair.
One flip-flop, one book.
And they take over like 10 chairs,
one
but they
magazine.
don't come until hours later.
Right, just sitting around there.
Then there's all-encompassing worst people at a pool, like 562, who nominates Allie, a.k.a. people who pee in the pool. And let me just say, I don't pee in every pool.
You do pee in a lot of them.
Yeah, you're a pee apologist.
I am a pee apologist, but I'm trying not to pass that on to my kid. He said he had to pee, and he got out of the pool, and he went in a bush. See? Progress.
You said,
yeah, but how many times is that going to get old? You know what I mean? How many times are you going to be like, just go ahead and pee in the pool?
Well,
you're not going to want to take him out all the time.
If he says I don't want to, then I'm going to be like, all right.
Are you going to swim away from him, or are you going to just sit right there?
I'm going to hug him.
Oh, God.
Keep it in the family.
You are gross. You are gross.
Also, 909 wanted to nominate the kids in the hot tub.
Oh, the kids that take over the hot tub. Trying to relax with a couple of adults with your drinks. You got 9 kids in there because I think it feels like a bath.
And they always have like squirt guns and floaties, and they're trying to jump on a kickboard and surf on it.
818 says the pool athlete guy didn't make it in high school sports, but he feels the need to pretend like he's in the Super Bowl.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
Throwing the football across the entire pool, even though he's not good at aim, hitting people, constantly asking other people walking around, can you grab my ball and throw it back to me?
That's a great nominee. They always have to have like a over dramatic way of catching the ball too.
But sometimes you go like, shouldn't it be enough to just be in a pool? But like that's not enough. You also need to have a neon tennis ball and a couple of Velcro things on your hands.
Or those little lacrosse things.
Yeah, you're like, all right, can we just relax for a second here?
I would like to nominate a guy that was in our pool the other day. The old guy swimming laps and rehabbing his knee.
Oh, the guy who's turned the pool into like his own personal rehab facility.
Yeah, and everyone's like swimming around enjoying themselves, and then he gets in slowly. They never seem like family or kid people either. They always just want to be left alone. They've got a scowl on their face. They want to slowly do laps, walk back and forth slowly across the pool, and it just kind of screws up the vibe.
626 says nominate Snot Rocket guy, a person who every time they get out from underwater feels the need to blow a snot rocket, wipe their nose or boogies, and just wipe it right there in the pool.
They never conceal it either.
That's the pool's problem now. Lenora on KROQ, welcome to March Badness. Who do you bring to our bracket of badness today? What do you got? Hello, Lenora.
Hey, good morning.
What's up? Good morning. Everyone. Sweet Dippers. What do you got for us?
Well, how about the there's a few of them left covered in oil. Not lotion, but oil. They just want to bake, and they jump in the pool.
That's a great feeling.
And then they leave the pool and reapply, and then get back in.
The pool looks like an oil slick on top of it.
Yeah, you can like see it on top. Film.
Yeah, but I mean, let's be honest. No one really does use that pre-pool shower thing. There's the pre-pool. I like the post-pool shower sometimes to wash all the pee off you, but the concept of like the
shower before you get in.
I know that they have it there and they recommend people do it, but no one's doing it because there's no better feeling than going right from cooking in the sun to jumping in the pool.
I know. It's
the best feeling.
And I saw a family do that in our pool where they showered before they got in, and I was like, who are these weirdos? Like they're all collectively showering in that little side shower before they get in the pool.
If I see someone do that, I'm like, they got diarrhea or something. Why do they do that? Just jump in the pool.
909 wanted to nominate that girl who's obsessed with bees being in the pool.
Oh, yeah. There's a bee.
There's a bee, and then they're trying to like shoo it to the side, and they're really obsessed with if anyone's going to take it out of the pool, and then they're always scanning for more bees.
Arthur on KROQ, open nominees now in the bracket of badness that is pool people. Can we figure out the 8 worst people that you will encounter at a pool either today, this weekend, or this summer because it is getting hot outside, already very hot. What's up?
How's it going?
Good. You're up on the nominees. Who do you got for us?
I was going to say that the kid that got out of the pool to pee is my
Allie's son is your nominee for the worst person at the pool. I don't disagree with that.
Yeah.
Why?
Are you a pee? You're a pool peer, Arthur?
Pee in the pool.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. So he's one of Allie's people. He doesn't like he's nominating the people that get out.
Not only are they the opposite, they're the worst.
The worst.
People who get out.
His name is Blind Charlie, and he's on the phone right now to be a part of March Badness. Hi, Blind Charlie.
Sweet dinners, guys. How you doing?
Good.
My nominee is a person that can't hold their liquor and throws up in the pool, thus ruining the entire party.
Well, yeah, if you're one of the people that is responsible for the complete crime scene shutdown of a pool, you are the worst person because that would be, the kid that takes the dump in there, or the vomit, or someone that cuts themselves and there's blood. Anytime you become the level of gross that they need to quote, what do they call it? Shock the pool when they need to, and they put up that yellow crime tape, especially if it's a one pool situation or you're at a hotel and that's all you were looking forward to doing, and it's
the pool tainter is a specific kind of jerk.
Yeah, if you're the person responsible for the shutting down of the entire pool, you are the worst by far.
213 wanted to nominate the girl who goes to the pool but doesn't want to get wet.
What's the splash? I got my hair. Right.
It's like, but you're in the pool.
Yeah, but some people just like to be near a pool, not in a pool. But I guess the concept of them getting even a little wet is so funny.
And so offensive to them.
Robert on KROQ. Good morning. Hi.
So I'd like to nominate the person that brings in the pool floaties and just never uses them, and they just float around getting in the way.
Yeah, that's a good nominee, too.
Great nominee, too.
And sometimes they have oversized, giant shark.
Yeah, just leave it in there, just floating around, but they're not on it.
And then if you're there with kids, they want to play with those floaties, and then you want to say no because they're not yours, but no one else is using them.
Darren on KROQ. Good morning. Hi, Darren.
Good morning.
Hey, who's your nominee?
Sweet Dibbits.
Sweet Dibbits, what's up?
The pool guy, which I am, the person that has sex in a public pool, like in their apartment complex or whatever, and they leave condoms on the side of the pool for the pool guy to clean up.
What? Oh. Does that happen a lot?
It's happened to me. I've been doing pools for almost 30 years.
No, but everybody knows if you have sex in hot tubs, you can't get pregnant.
Yeah, I thought you don't need to. What a waste of a condom.
You just have to jump up and down afterwards.
I disagree with that. I don't think everybody knows that you can't get pregnant. I think people still...
Yeah, the chemicals take care of that. Totally. That's called God's abortion.
I do think a good nominee, though, is the over PDA couple.
Oh, that's Trevor's nominee here on the phone. Hey, Trevor on KROQ, what's up?
Hi, yeah, Allie just took mine. I said the overly affectionate couple in the pool.
Yeah, and it's never a couple that you want to see be affectionate.
No, but they're very affectionate. Very affectionate. Sometimes you think they're doing CPR. You're like, is that person doing? They're doing mouth to mouth. No, they're just in love.
Sometimes they're old and tan.
Yeah,
and they're just really all up in each other.
Well, the official bracket will be posted up on our Instagram at Klein Alley Show, including a lot of the picks that we just heard.
310 Cannonball Guy.
Cannonball Guy. I like Cannonball Guy. If he's nowhere near you, he's fun. I like him in the distance.
What about T-shirt in the pool guy?
Makes everyone uncomfortable. Yes, Omar?
What about a guy who is at an adult party, but he still thinks it's funny to throw you in the pool?
That guy sucks.
Push the pool.
That's one of the worst people. It's KROQ.
The world famous KROQ.
Klein Alley Show.
Klein Alley Show.
KROQ.
All right, sloggers, wrap it up for now. Do some takeaways, and we'll make our way down the hall for some Klein Alley Shover time. It's the bonus pod. If you are not getting enough of us, you can check out the Evan Lovett, LA in a Minute, whatever the podcast that we're on with him is called. Thanks for all the people that have called about that. Check that out. Allie and I yapping there for an hour and a half. We'll do another Shover time podcast here. Before we officially get the takeaways and get out of here, turn things over to Sluggo and give you more Disneyland tickets. We did promise you that we would take another listen to Moist Joyce getting hit on at the bars, and this is a segment called Make Joyce Moist, where men tried to pick her up using pickup lines at bars. I know everyone's all turned on because of the guest we had in here earlier today. You can see all of that up on our socials at Klein Alley Show. But
well, let's talk about the real eye candy, Moist Joyce.
That was all just foreplay to get us to this.
Hi, Ryan.
Hi. Try out a pickup line on Moist Joyce, please. Just whatever.
Do you
know how much a polar bear weighs?
Are you saying I'm f***ing fat?
No, it's enough to break the ice.
How it...
Oh.
Whoa.
Who is that coughing?
That is Moist Joyce.
Oh.
There's something going on there, and you'll hear her, but she has... I don't know what medical condition this could be, but it sounds like something serious. But
how it...
Whoa. God, that sounds terminal.
That could be tuberculosis.
Ooh.
Not a good pickup line.
Okay, that's the one I'd heard years ago.
Out of 10, and 1 out of 10, how would you rate that pickup line?
Oh, that one sucked because it made me feel fat, even though that's not what he meant.
All right, let's try another one.
Okay,
How come he gets to go first?
Joyce, do you want to...
God, what's happening?
This guy is trying to pick up Moist Joyce, and she is just making all sorts of noises. So he's desperately trying, but I mean,
I'm sure way more pickup lines are coming to mind now.
Joyce, do you want to... Joyce, you want to try one on him?
Yeah, what the hell are you doing this afternoon? I feel like going out for a drink. Want to join me? I gotta reload.
And how would you rate that pickup line?
Again, I think it sucks.
Anyway, someone get her a drink. I mean, I know she doesn't need more drinks, but it sounds like she does need a drink. So that's Moist Joyce right there, sounding the driest she's ever sounded.
She needs some tea, some
Man.
honey, like a little something to coat the throat.
Get her a lozenge. Let's get into your takeaways from today's show, and then we'll do some more stuff tomorrow, including a billionaire that will be joining us, and we'll figure out how many times we can try to hit him up for money during the chat. That'll be the goal.
What's his name, Allie?
Mark something.
Nope. Michael?
Ellina Abovian.
Nope. Cheers today. Michael Rubin.
Michael Rubin.
Founder.
Does he go by Mike?
Fanatics. No, he does not.
Oh. 208, my takeaway is Catholicism, dumbass. That's what's up.
That's what's up. Catholicism, dumbass.
818, my takeaway is I don't care. My hands are slippery.
Yeah, we did learn that during Allie's old pep talk about sex earlier.
310, my takeaway is swamp ass or pass. Make it happen.
It's going to be tomorrow on the show. Can't wait for that.
Song first.
No, don't worry. The song's fine.
Shut up, Prince of Pits. 831, my takeaway is pack your Chardonnay, not your patience.
Yeah, we did learn that from our greatest guest ever.
626-867-5309. Dial that to get cancer.
Yeah, that's right.
And 213, my takeaway is why? Klein Alley Show. Why?
We have a blind Charlie spotting in Pasadena where he is standing spinning the sign right now, according to quite a few people on the text line. So thank you for helping to spread the word and hashtag grow the show. What's your takeaway, Jake the Nerd?
Bears always swipe left.
Always swipe left if you're a bear. You got to. Allie, takeaway?
My takeaway is I'm really glad that everyone in this whole building is so ready for me to get pregnant after today.
Just get pregnant. We got your coverage figured out.
Yep, the coverage has been figured out, and everyone's
Hired.
like, Slayo! So it's my last show today,
Spider-Man,
guys.
do you have a takeaway?
Hey, kid, it's me, Spider-Man. I hear you are sick. Get better. I gotta go fly somewhere.
Thank you, Spider-Man. Omar, you have a takeaway?
My takeaway is Ellina Abovian. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Enough said.
Enough said, dude. You got to post that video of Johnny sitting in the corner staring at her.
What a creepy
If
guy.
you watch the YouTube, please watch the YouTube live stream for today's Klein Alley
just
show.
Today. Just for that part.
Just for that
It's not
part.
like he's a teenage kid. He's a grown-ass man.
Not based on that video.
And there's one angle where it just looks normal. She's just talking. And they switch to the other angle, and it's her talking and him just sitting in the background like a complete perv weirdo.
Anyway, enjoy that. We'll do it tomorrow. Try to do it better. There's a bonus podcast coming out soon called Klein Alley Showtime, totally uncensored, and we'll get into that next.
Klein and Alley, it's just okay. Do-do-do. Klein and Alley, it's just okay.
Wow.
Klein and Alley, it's just okay. Just okay. Do-do-do.
Klein Alley Show.